everyone's only covers once a year.
Really?
No, ours is covered
Twice.
I get twice.
I think I pay like $10 every time we go, and that's it.
That would be $100.
But root canals are not covered under my insurance, so I had to pay for that one all by myself, and it was.
We're live.
What was the school district?
Okay, we are live.
Let's talk about the dentist more, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah. Go see your dentist.
We're not.
Last time, man, what all happened last time?
Well, we were slowly turning into stone.
I can tell you how it ended.
Oh wait,
that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Different adventure. Different group entirely.
Who am I here?
Which I want to hear about from you guys, maybe on our break. But we picked up with CeeLo at CeeLo's Chaotic Collection, and he had an epiphany about the goo. Of that there might be a constructive use for it, mainly for his selfish purposes.
What are you talking about? No selfishness whatsoever.
But something to consider. There was a break-in at the Chaotic Collection, to which Docs was able to dissuade them from stealing anything, but it seemed like the Glaives were trying to find Lux. I can't remember if Docs ever actually shared that information with Lux or not.
He did.
I think so.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. The group met up and conversations were had about things and stuff of what's going on. Norman passed out a bunch of goodies. And then the people from the Relic Hunters Guild came and handed out enchantment scrolls, to which you all enchanted various pieces of armor.
I don't remember what I enchanted.
or weapons or what have you. And then, man, there was so much prep that I have done that we didn't get to. You guys went to the Silverwing Squadron headquarters.
Yep,
which you did plan for us to do, right?
Like, yes, absolutely. I knew that was where you were going next, but I feel like a lot of these other things that I prepped for
did not happen.
Well, and probably won't happen. At this point.
Don't you love that? Just it's a waste. You did it for no reason.
If we ever get to it, it's already prepared. In the headquarters, people have already assembled. Roderick Viner, who is the Silverwing Squadron commander. Garen Aragar, who is from the Solari Sanctum. Gwaine DeFort, who is the Earl of Bexley and the chief agent of the King's Guard. And someone new, a woman by the name of Maeve Demerith, who is the Arcanist Master Scholar and current sitting member of the Order of Nine. In this debriefing time, you all had opportunity to explain what happened and gave information. Gawain was being his good old self.
Being our favorite NPC.
Yes. There was quite a bit of heated discussion about what to do with the goo. Gwaine basically tried throwing his weight around with it, and Pim, or should I say Tad, had a little bit of fun at Gawaine's expense, to which chaos kind of ensued. Maeve pocketed a sample of the goo and just kind of disappeared on you guys. Gawain ran out of the room. Lux was already out of the room. Then Pym leaves the room. And Roderick is losing his mind in the middle of this supposedly formal debriefing session. Things are calmed down. Business is trying to get back on track. Roderick leaves to go get your reward for your scouting mission to Braden. And when he returns, Gawain, after figuring out that the effects of the goo on him were not true, comes back with a vengeance, pointing out the dark dealings, or leveling accusations, I should say, towards Lux, and seen on one of his wrist bracers, leather bracers, was the symbol of the organization known as the Glaives. You all were searched for any drug paraphernalia, which it came up empty. But I guess Pym or Tad wanted to take this a little further and tried to uncover or pull back the sleeve of Gawain de Fort, which he cried out that he was being assaulted, and all of you were in the process of being arrested.
This is such a mess.
We were this close. I'm just saying we were this close.
We were that close, yeah.
Feel partially responsible.
You might be.
I don't know if I go that far.
I think there's only one person the blame of this falls on.
Yeah, and it's Alatar.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Alatar.
apparently.
Yep.
Definitely.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thanks.
Did I miss anything in that recap?
It's
The
so
part
nice
where
to
we
have
didn't
somebody
actually get
to
arrested, and we actually got away. And
Yeah, actually, you did gloss over that.
That was in an
Resist.
alternate universe.
Docs killed everyone, and we just escaped.
Yeah.
I finally got a kill.
What I think it was Roderick, right? He pushed a button on the table, and
Anti-magic field.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah,
anti-magic
field.
field up. Yeah.
Is in
So
case
they just have that, as you do.
So,
As you do.
right now, the people, you are all being in the process of being arrested. Norbin, CeeLo, Lux, and Pym all said that you are not resisting, and so the manacles click on over your wrists behind your back as you are face down on the table.
Oh, geez, they're like
They're full on.
forcefully being in.
Docs and Alatar, the two, the best choices for this chose to resist.
Yeah.
So I guess I will say this: at seeing Norbin, CeeLo, Lux, and Pym all get slammed onto the table and their manacles on as you are resisting here, before we roll any dice, does that dissuade you at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'd be in panic, so I don't think so.
As I discussed with you, Chris, I am trying to avoid them while protesting. I am not being physical and attacking them. So it's more of like them trying to grab my hands, and I'm just like, no, like trying to like sidestep them. Not that I'm good at this, but
Sure.
No, you're very
I
good
mean,
at it.
in protesting of
we'll
like,
find out
this
just
is
how good you
outrageous, unhand me.
We will find out just how good you are at this. In
I
a
am
second.
not good at this.
Docs, what are you doing as you try to resist?
Groveling.
Yeah, mine's just pure panic. I'm like, don't take me in. I start like trying to climb on the table. You know how it is, and just like, I just don't want to be cuffed up. I think I'm gonna go there for the rest of my life, ruin my 60-year life.
Because you
Short
might.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be over. All right. In that case, I need both of you guys to make an opposed athletics or acrobatics check.
Awesome.
I'm sure Alatar is great at both of those.
I have a +1.
Nice.
So one of those.
You got a plus. That's all you need.
I
Look
Well,
at that.
Doc's
That's
is
a plus
kicking it off
5
great.
too.
2.
All right. So what do you guys think? Do you think my rolls will carry over from last week?
If they
Nope.
do, Chris will cry.
Do I get advantage if I grovel?
Go.
They will
might.
carry
They
over.
Nice. Still not enough. I rolled a nat 20 on my dice.
So there's no hope. There's
You mean
literally
they don't
no
have a
hope.
minus. They don't have a minus that they're going. I mean, they're probably in like armor.
They do not have a minus.
Okay, so my protest isn't really much. I'm still just like,
Yes. So
I'm still just like,
unhand me. How dare you? And it just no.
yeah.
Docs, you try jumping up on the table, and one of them just grabs you by the tail, yanks you down, while the other one just puts the manacles on it. So you are like completely
On the table.
like spread eagle on the table, while everyone gets to see because you're all watching this.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
And as those manacles go on to Docs, you hear Gawain de Fort cry out, "To the dungeons!"
I want to glance at what is his name?
Garen.
Garen, yeah. What's he looking like?
Horrified.
Okay.
Good. Very
Absolutely panicked, horrified of just like
What just happened?
what happened, but also just like it was before with both Roderick and Garen, knowing that there's really nothing that they can do.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a look.
A knowing look that says,
Sorry.
Go get my dad.
Go
"My bad."
My dad needs to bail me out of jail. That's the look.
Go get my dad. Perfect.
Okay. You guys are already in the military district. And so
Man.
for most of you, you already know where the dungeons are. They are at the city guard headquarters, which is basically like it's a huge, it's a keep within inside this city itself, heavily fortified, and it's basically run like a police precinct. Aha. As you guys are being marched from the Silver Wing Squadron headquarters to the city guard headquarters, onlookers stop and kind of whisper to each other. They point. Some kids make faces at you as you are being.
We're not in the anti-magic field anymore, right?
You are not.
Oh,
You are
good.
Oh, good.
Just asking for a friend more than anything else. All right.
Stilo, you would know from here to there. It's probably 10 minutes of walking for you as you guys, are being taken pretty much through the main street here through the military district. Would anyone at this point, as you guys are, this is what's happening. You guys are just being marched away. Would anyone like to do anything?
So, how much time has passed? Would you say
From when?
from when I got slammed onto the table to where we are now?
He's asking if Pim
What?
can be back yet.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
It happened quick. Slam, click, to the dungeons, and off you go.
Okay. All right. So I'm doing nothing right now.
Okay.
Where am I in the line in relation to Docs?
You are
I imagine we're in like a chain gang kind of thing right now.
pretty much. You're number 4.
And where's Docs?
Dox is in the lead.
Okay.
Are we all shackled together, Chris? I'm trying to get the
you're not
logistics
shackled
of this.
together. You have so your hands are manacled behind your backs. You have a guard on both sides of you.
Man, this is too easy. I message Alatar and I say, do we go along with this or should we try and escape?
What do you have in mind?
Well, I can get away from this relatively easily. The rest of you, not very.
Not very helpful.
I'm not too confident in. Unfortunately, my
Chris,
method is a one-way.
Where's my staff?
All of your like outer items are being carried by several people at the end of the line.
Okay,
Or
so
inner
like
items.
I don't have stone.
They did not take time. So like you guys were searched. You guys were in the process of like writing yourself again. And so they did not take time to search you here.
So we would still have our spell casting stuff.
Like sand and junk.
Like sand, stone,
Yep.
water. Okay.
The priorities more than anything else, right?
Yeah. Well, because at first I was like, well, my staff's my focus, but we don't have a focus in this world. It's
No.
the components. It's the
So
components.
they really just have like weapons and stuff. Like just basically just weapons.
Yeah, I mean any outer weapons that you're carrying. So they have Lux's gun. They would have.
Wait, gun? Just one?
Just one. Was it an
I mean,
inner
I'll
gun?
leave that up to you. I would imagine they would take the 2 out of my holsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have Dox's bow, but like smaller items like daggers, hand axes, stuff like that. They did not take time to get those off of your person.
They don't have.
So they're
my
basically
ammo.
carrying Lux's 3 guns, Dox's bow, Alatar's staff.
Norbin's nothing.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, did they take anything of mine?
I was saying
They
that
cut
they
your
wouldn't have
hands
taken
off.
anything of mine either.
They cut your
Lonzo.
hands off.
Put like boxing
and,
mitts on me.
Pim's
Got a muzzle on.
shield and his warhammer,
Nope.
depending on what you were doing with that warhammer.
Dismissed it.
The Warhammer. Yeah, the Warhammer came right back to me.
Well, it can't come back to you because you don't have hands to put it in.
No,
So-
no. It's inside of me. It's my pack weapon.
It's one of the-
Exactly.
it's
So
one of the
yeah,
insides.
you dismissed it. Got it. Yeah.
Right. But they have my shield and they probably have my spears too.
Yeah.
Since they're large.
There's CeeLo, there's very little I can do at this moment other than direct violence.
I don't know how well that would turn out. I also don't really know what's in store for us once we go into the prison either. I don't necessarily think that is a great option.
Chris, how would
I agree.
Would we or any of us know how the prison system is in this town? Is it like fair-ish, or is it
It
mostly
is
corrupt?
the judicial system is fair in the city. As far as like in comparison to other
Right.
nations and civilizations, it is fair. The prison or dungeons are bad. They are bad. It's kind of they are, in such bad shape that some do not even make their court appearance because they
Die.
Good.
Or
I mean,
escape.
Good.
yeah. I mean, rumors abound about that. Of like, were they eaten by, crocodiles? Were they? Was it just the prisoners in there are so cutthroat that they will just kill anyone that comes in there? Do they escape? Like, is there some other clandestine workings at play here? There's tons of rumors, but what the public knows and what you see is that it is not unheard of to see prisoners not make their trial date. And of course, the state is very hush hush on that. Like, they're not gonna,
Naturally.
There's very little that makes that is a good situation for them. Of like, yeah, people escape all the time. People are
Exactly.
killed
They
all
would
the
not-
time in
they
prison.
the state just doesn't even comment on it.
Okay.
Uh,
So, CeeLo, I am fine with breaking out of this scenario, but you realize that this means that we will be leaving here. Are you okay with this?
well,
I am not from here. You have a life here.
True.
Lose all your money.
Yeah, that's right. I lose all the income, right? Very true. It's not necessarily ideal. I don't necessarily think it's a good idea either to leave this ooze thing unresolved.
Can I hear
CeeLo,
them
as
talking?
you are in the middle of responding to Alatar, you get another message entering into your head.
Oh, okay.
Alatar, you hear CeeLo just kind of cut off abruptly.
Oh.
Connection.
Beep, 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 beep.
I'm just like, hello? Like, am I in front or behind him, Chris?
You are so the order is Dox, Pim, Alatar, Lux, CeeLo, Norbin.
Okay, so he just like abruptly cuts off. I like, as we're walking, I just like turn around and look, and I'm like, oh, he's okay.
I wave.
With your hands behind your back.
Yeah.
Do you do like a
sup?
hey? Then I focus on you when you do that. I'm like, I just nod a little bit and turn away.
The message you get, CeeLo, is a female voice that says, "On your right."
I look to my right.
It's Captain America.
And as you turn your head, you see this very familiar to you as someone who is specialized in arcane arts. This kind of puff of arcane magic far off in the distance as you see Maeve appear again. Again, she's probably maybe 50 yards away from you.
Okay. Who'd you say is directly in front of me?
Lux, wasn't it?
Lux.
Can I just subtly like walk up to Lux and like just nudge him to look to the right?
You cannot,
Okay.
in fact, do that.
All right.
Do I see
As
him
you try
looking in
to
that direction?
move ahead, your guards get you back.
Okay. Because I assume she casts sending, so I will respond and say, we'll follow your lead. I'll notify everybody.
Norbin, you can make a perception check if you would like.
I would. What is my perception?
As you see CeeLo's head shoot over, like suddenly over to the right.
14.
14. A 14 would get it.
Nice.
Alatar, that means that with your 15 and Dox with your 14, you also see that puff.
16. Thank you very much.
I have a
16.
14 too.
So everybody, except for
I have an 11,
Okay.
so I mean it's not me.
Well, you're the one being directly talked to.
That's true. So
Lux,
it's good.
Lux, you do have a 14. My bad.
So everybody but Pim.
well,
But
So-
Alatar, your passive is now a 16.
Yes.
I feel like
You
you're
say
compensating for last campaign.
For Cedric.
You say, well, no, I mean
every
it's
few
just
episodes he'll go
I
up.
took
38.
Did you take
I-
the attribute points?
yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
that
I have
would
an
have been
18.
because you
I have
started
an
with
8.
a 15.
Like my main is wisdom,
Yes.
Oscar.
yes.
So like I just get it, and
Just
I am
get it.
proficient with it
I just get
because
it.
of
So-
last campaign. You are correct in that part.
So it's just Pim. It's just Pim that doesn't get it. Okay. Everyone but Pim sees that little flash, and you're all able to recognize Maeve over there. CeeLo, you say we will take your lead, and she says, in order to do this right, you all need to be patient.
I will stress patience amongst everyone.
Okay.
I appreciate the assistance.
All
And when-
emotions.
And when you tell me this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you to tell Tad not to move until I move.
Oh well, I wasn't even gonna tell him anything.
Okay.
Who's right next to Pim again?
Tad.
So Docs, Pim, and then Alatar.
Docs, Pim, and then Alatar. All right, I'm just gonna tell Alatar that he is responsible for Pim. I'm not even telling him anything. I'm so
Okay.
mad.
Okay.
But each one of you will get a message from me and say, we have to be patient. We have assistance. I assume you all saw. So
So I
I'm
didn't see the
going-
puff,
I'm
and now
gonna
I don't know the
message back
plan.
that I don't like this
Not on me.
idea, and I think it's a mistake.
it could be, but right now the options before us are not very ideal. So for now, you'll have to trust me.
I'll respond with, don't worry, my father will be on his way soon.
Yes, Daddy will bail you out, won't he?
All right. As you guys are marched, does anyone else want to do anything? It takes 10 minutes for you guys to be marched from Silverwing to the city guard
Now-
headquarters.
At this point, Chris Pym is back in control of the character.
Okay. Welcome back.
I still don't say anything to you.
You don't even know. You don't
well,
even know that I was
Yeah.
at.
Doesn't matter. Even
Now
if I
to
did
be
know.
clear, Chris, I had 2 vials of the ooze. Maeve has 1 now. But you said that they didn't take any small items, so I still have the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Good.
I need
That is
to
good.
I need to update
Release it.
that.
Release it.
What? Nope.
Oh.
We're getting out of here.
Solid no.
Talk to the ooze. Here, little guy, eat away the iron on these manacles.
Infects you instead.
Yeah.
Mr. DeForte.
But you'd probably get out with it
Yeah.
infecting you. You'd probably get out.
We
Don't
only,
risk it. It's not worth
only
it.
let it infect one of us.
That's true.
I mean, just throw it in the crowd.
Oh, can we
What's
make
your
ooze
line
bombs?
Ooze bombs.
You guys are marched into the city guard keep. At the very front is this large porculus gate that is up right now. You are marched straight through. There are 3 main buildings. The one in front of you is the courthouse. You guys are marched to the right side of it. As CeeLo, as you guys, the whole group gets through that porculus gate, you hear Maeve say one more time, just trust.
You have my trust. I pray you don't lose it.
You guys are marched to the right of the courthouse, and then on the back side of the courthouse is a much more dingy, kind of in ill repair, stone masoned building. Not very large, and you guys are marched to the front door, to which the front guard pounds on the door. A little window opens with metal bars inside the window, and the lead guard, announces, "We have some prisoners to deposit." You can kind of see some eyes from the inside as this half orc looks the entire group up and down, and they bring you all in. They, with you all still cuffed, put you into a side room where they start rifling through all of your belongings. Unless you have a secret pouch or compartment built into your clothes, your inventories are now 0.
Eesh.
Not a whole lot different than how I started the day. Cool.
You have nothing. You have no components.
Oh, they have the ring now too. Oh no.
They have the ring.
The one ring.
And as that arcane cylinder is placed on the table, you see Gawain DeFort march in ever so smugly and grab that cylinder off the table. He kind of pats it in his hands as he says, "Is this really worth it? This could have gone much easier for you."
I glance over at Pim.
I can quite honestly say, Mr. DeFort, I do not know what happened in the course of the last 15 minutes.
Okay. Odd. Well,
It is all
we will. Pam, what is that?
It is all my fault. And I get on my knee and I bow before him.
Strange group here, for sure.
Please leave my friends alone. I will take all responsibility for what has occurred here.
What little respect I had for Pin just went out the window. Groveling.
Yeah, that's Dox's.
That's a
Yeah,
docs
that's
thing.
Gawain stands in front of you, Pim, as you kneel down and says, "The time for mercy has passed."
I'm not asking for mercy for me. And there's no reason to punish them because they have no control over what occurred here today. It is only on me. They are innocent bystanders who had wanted nothing to do with what has occurred today. We're not asking for mercy. We're asking that you provide justice, which means I have punished for what I've done, and they are released for what they have not done.
Unfortunately,
As
young
a man
man,
of honor,
That is not how the world works.
So
We
there's
will
no
have
honor?
to wait and see for when the soonest court appearance might be scheduled. I have a feeling that we are quite backed up at this moment. So please, I pray for your patience and enjoy your stay.
So your king would have no issue with you unlawfully jailing a, I forget what my title was, of Axelon?
A duke? Is that what you were saying? A duke?
Duke of Axelon, yes. I believe the king would be very upset if he were to find out that someone with my notoriety was imprisoned.
Gawain
Diplomatic immunity.
Gawain squats down in front of you, Pim.
Oh, I'm not bowing anymore.
Well, then he walks up to you, and he glances to the guards, where the guards force you down, kick your calves to force your knees to bend so that you are now at his level. And he says to you, young man, your lies will soon catch up to you.
I believe.
And the king has given matters of the law to me. I am the law.
I have given you a chance. And I'm going to give it to you one more time.
Pam.
Because I want you. Alatar, just a second. I'm good. Because I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm trying to help you. Please look into these things, and you'll find them to be true.
I'm literally rolling my eyes.
Trouble from who? I am the second most powerful man in all of Amon. And I will have my way. To the dungeons.
So he's like, so they're taking us, and he's staying, Chris? Because I was going to say something as he left, but if we're being escorted out.
You guys are being escorted out. Gawain is staying in that room.
Okay. So as they're taking us out, I look at him and I say, if you have any sort of intelligence, you will destroy that ooze. If you try and subjugate it, it is beyond you and will be your downfall.
He is not wrong.
He just smirks at you, Alatar. Does not seem like he is open to taking your sage.
I know. I'm not expecting him to. I'm just speaking the truth.
All right.
That's what I think.
You guys are each taken down. There are several levels to this dungeon, all built one on top of the other. You guys are taken down 7 flights of stairs before you are thrown into your cells.
Individual cells or together?
You are thrown in together, and these are your cellmates. And after you're thrown in, they have you back up to the door, and they unmanacle you at that time. Dox and Pim, Alatar and Lux, CeeLo and Norbin.
Cool.
You hear some kind of low moaning as you go through the different levels and as you are escorted into your cells here. A few screams, a few cries for help, to which the guards pay no attention to. It is quite frightening and dark in here. There is one lighted room off down the hall from your cells that kind of casts a little bit of light down your guys's hallway here, but you guys are all in cells on the same side, so you can't look at each other. You're all next to each other.
Okay.
Right. CeeLo, as you look around this cell, you're able to see in the corners of the rooms some arcane sigils there that you would imagine are for anti-magic.
Okay.
Not that it matters, because
Not that that really
we don't have
matters.
any components anyways. So
maybe not so much of getting
Out, but getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Well, and cantrips don't have
But you still need
Yeah,
to
no,
have
you
the
need to
component.
have
It just doesn't consume it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am completely useless.
Well, two of us are completely
Yes.
useless.
Yes.
It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Norman is actually basically the same.
Yeah, there's no difference.
Norman has 0 changes. Quite
Can I
literally.
summon my
0.
Drake?
You cannot.
really,
Anti-magic
Magic.
field.
but that's an innate ability, isn't it?
It's still magical in nature.
It's an anti-magic plot field, Michael.
Yeah, there you
Gotcha.
go.
All right, there you go.
Sorry, we need to clarify a little bit
What are
better.
these walls between us? Is it solid stone type of thing?
Yes, between you, solid stone. On the wall towards the hallway is steel cages.
How strong are my claws? Or my hands?
I don't know. What's your strength?
11. I mean,
Not
you know
strong.
if I could like try to chip away at the stone, you know.
What's in the room?
There's a bucket,
What's it made out of?
wood,
That'd be
and
some metal on it.
That we don't have a thief.
that is it.
There's no beds or anything.
No.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't need a bed.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I just pop a squat down in the corner of the room and wait.
I will squat in the middle of the room, facing the door, and meditate.
I
Talk to
start
docs.
pacing in circles.
I talk to docs.
Oh no.
Are
Can
you
we
gonna
do that now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we doing anything?
Not a lot of talking going
Like,
on.
are you
This is
thought it was
so
my-
We're just gonna
intense.
talk. I'm not gonna tell you what happened.
I thought it was my internet. I'm like, well, I'm gone. Bye.
Dear humble docs, I ask for your forgiveness. This is
For
all
what?
my fault.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Why do you do that type of stuff?
You know that dragon you have living inside you?
Yeah.
I have something like that inside me too. Only takes control of me.
How loud
It
is it in
doesn't
this
come
place,
out.
Chris? Can everyone hear this? Or, like, are you trying to be quiet, Michael?
I'm not being quiet. No, I'm not whispering it. So if you guys
You're
are
muted,
close
Chris.
enough,
Unless you're whispering, If you're talking normal, everybody can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious if like Norpin's gonna know this stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel I owe you an explanation, and this brings me no joy. And I'd rather not tell you, but it's the least I can offer you since I put you in this situation. A few years ago, I and my son went to confront a demon who has cursed our family. Some of the powers that I have are due to this demon who controls our whole family and gives our whole family the powers that we have. It is why we have the power we do in our and I'm able to be a duke. But there is a curse, and the curse is that the firstborn of every father is to be given to the demon, and they become a servant of the demons at their 18th birthday. My son's 18th birthday was coming upon him, and I did not want to give him up. So we confronted him. My son convinced me of this because he's a reckless, foolish young man. And in this case, I listened because I knew him no other way. And as we confronted the demon treated us like toys. We had no power with him. I don't know exactly what happened. I vaguely remember my son lying on the ground, dead. And then the next, the demon laughed and saying that my son was very much alive inside of me. Now he dwells within me. And occasionally, when things get out of hand and I feel like I have no control, like I did the day that this demon just just played with us like a cat plays with a mouse. In those situations, I lose control, and Tad, my son, takes control. And he does things that have no honor and often cause a problem. I thought I'd had it under control. I've not had an issue for 2 years now. But I had an issue here recently with those men that we saw over at Silos, and now this situation here. I want nothing more, and that my goal and my trek right now is to find a way to release my son so that he can go back to living the life that he deserves. But until then, I feel like I'm a danger to you and the party until I'm able to get control of him. That's not an excuse, and I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm just telling you what are the facts and asking for you and eventually, when I talk to the others, for their forgiveness also. I believe that if we can get to the king, you will recognize that this is not your issue, and I will pay the debt that I must, and you will be able to go on your way. So,
Wow. You know, hearing that from you now is pretty rough. So just knowing that you care for your own son and you want to save him is probably one of the most heartwarming things I've heard today.
appreciate that.
Anyone else want to do or say anything?
Um,
I'll, I'm gonna pipe up now because I'm guessing Pim doesn't realize everyone can hear this, and and I'll just say, it's good that you have decided to share this with everyone, Pim. I think this is something that needed to happen.
After Altar finishes saying that, Norman will say, "You have my forgiveness, Pim."
Thank you, Norman.
well, clearly you didn't raise your son with the honor that you set it for Axelon. But I will not fault you for it, Pim. I will also say it is a good sign for your goal entirely that at least his soul is strong enough to overtake you. So that does give me hope that we can help you with your objective. I feel like if I get you in the right hands, we can make some progress.
Be much appreciated. I'm not so sure that that would be the best course right now because, like I said, I believe I'm more of a danger to you than.
You're more of a danger. I lose my mind half the time, and you're more of a danger than me, please.
Do not worry, Pim. It was an unexpected development we had not prepared for. We will be more ready for this in the future, and Tad's arrival will not cause the mayhem it has today.
Do not worry, my friends. We will not be here long.
CeeLo,
Ward doesn't think that
I
way.
really hope that you are correct, but you put a lot of faith in someone you met 30 minutes ago.
I put a lot of faith in the order I helped create, Alatar. I just hope that it's
Fair
withstood
enough.
its values for as long as I've been gone.
Fair enough. Did she give you any information,
She said patience.
details?
I trust that in due time we will figure out what it is we need to do.
When
Very
CeeLo
well.
mentions that he was part of the order or whatever that founded the order, I'm assuming like Norman knows who they are, knows of them. I'm just gonna kind of open one eye and kind of like look at you out of the corner of my eye. That's it.
Okay. I don't even say anything.
I look at Docs and I go, what are they talking about?
I'm just as lost as you are.
Not gonna come in here and bust us out and cause all kind of commotion, is she?
I do not believe so.
I cannot leave until I face the punishment that I must.
Tim, if you think you will face justice in here, you have another thing coming. What we have been sent here to do, if he has his way, is die.
CeeLo is right. This is not the place to seek justice. We need to get out of here and actually go through the judicial system if you want your justice.
Yes, keep in mind this person who is apparently the law of this city is what mark did you see on him, Lux? The glaive? Is that correct? Is that what you were all saying?
It is on his arm. We've seen it.
And so if he is the highest, if he is the top of the law here, that means this entire place is potentially corrupt. You
Well,
will find no justice here.
and now that he has a sample of the ooze, I am very concerned with the future of not just the city, not just the nation, but the entire continent itself. I think we should prioritize getting that back as soon as we can. And I do believe, and I stare right at Norbin, our friend here would agree with me.
Indeed.
Well, We will be patient for now. Does not, unless someone has some way that they think they can successfully get us out of here.
Well, I will say magic is out of the question. I don't know if you all noticed, but the runes on the sides of the cells anti-magic. So even if we did have our components, they would be quite useless right now.
The bars don't look too strong, but I don't think escaping these individual cells right now will help us at all.
No, not in the state we're in, at least.
I will pray.
I see if I can chip away at the wall.
Which wall? One of the walls towards one of ours, or the back one?
No, see if I can connect the cells.
Any other conversation for today?
Today, isn't it morning?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Okay.
We just pass time. Are there any local sports in Korheim that Norbert and I could chat about? I don't know.
Chris, the only other conversation I want to have is with Lux, but I would wait for that until, well, him and I only sleep 4 hours, or meditate for 4 hours. I would wait until presumably it's just the two of us that are awake.
Gotcha. Okay. Time passes. There's no way to determine what time it is. And for timekeeping purposes, you guys all start feeling very tired. And we'll say it is long rest time.
Great.
Okay. I already rolled for tomorrow. It was an 18, so we're doing good.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because
Good.
it would be pretty rough if it was the other
Oh
way
my
around.
word!
Glad I don't have to
Oh
deal with
my
that.
word.
We don't have any oatmeal.
Oh my
Well,
God.
also, he's the contact to get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? Chris might even push it out an extra day, and it's just Norbin's torture.
As things get quiet, very quiet, you start to hear the, rhythmic breathing that indicates that everyone else is probably sleeping, unless someone is like, no, I'm staying awake all the entire time. Then, yeah, you would imagine Alatar, it's just you and Lux at this point.
Okay, perfect. So with that, we're just sitting here in the dark, not dark cell, right? Because we all have dark vision.
Yep.
Chris is like, there's a single light, and we're like, none of us care.
I'm setting the mood, okay?
None of us care.
It's not
Doesn't
for-
matter.
Yeah.
So, with that, it's like I'm just sitting there listening, and I hear everyone's just kind of asleep, and we're sitting, and so finally, I'm just gonna look over at Lux and be like, Lux, now that we appear to have some time alone, I did want to see if we could have a brief conversation about your Bane usage. And now let me start this by saying, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to give you recommendations on which way to go. I just want to give you advice as one elf to another of what I have seen over my lifetime in terms of this Bane. As clearly you seem to have this under control, but I would just caution you with your use of this, as you've seen I'm sure, around the city what this does to humans and to the shorter-lived races.
I've seen what it does to a lot more than humans, I'll tell you that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I'm not too well traveled, and I'm not entirely sure how it is where you come from, but here, just about everybody you can think of uses this stuff. Not individuals, but on a race basis, it's everywhere.
And so, so you may know what I'm speaking of elves with our long life and the effects that Bane has on the body. It can be a particularly horrifying thing to see. Maybe not this century, maybe not the next one, but that third, fourth, and fifth one with it. And so, I just want to offer you this. If you want help or assistance with this, I can be here to help you, no questions asked. This is what I do. There will be no judgment. I can assure you I have done far worse in my lifetime, and so I understand where you're coming from.
Well, I certainly do appreciate that. I appreciate you waiting until everybody fell asleep, too. As weird as it sounds, maybe this time half naked in a jail cell is exactly what I needed.
That was going to be the next thing I was wondering, is if you,
Why are
in
you
this
naked?
situation,
You said they took everything. I assume I'm in like ye
Fine
old shorts
clothes.
and a t-shirt. No shoes, or I don't know.
Prison attire.
yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
a single tunic or something, right?
Yeah.
It's really not much different from what I normally wear, though, if we're being
Like
honest.
when you're in Skyrim making your character, that's what we're wearing right now. That's what I have in my mind.
It's like yeah, like that's what I was going to address, that, like, us being in here. I know that your access will probably be limited. How bad are you? Do you expect withdrawals? Is this something I should watch out for?
I don't know what your experience is with Bane, but I'll be fine. It's not as bad as you think.
Very, very well. Very well. If you don't mind me asking, Lux, if I could pry just a little bit, because you have piqued my curiosity since the day that I've met you.
Alrighty.
You are a drow.
That's right.
But I have lived a long time, my good friend, and I have never seen or experienced a drow quite like you. I'm just curious what how you came to be you.
Oh, you see my mom and my dad.
Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I get it right.
Let me pull the backstory document up. Hold on.
Yep.
No, I didn't know there's not a location on there, but I think I have a. Do I have a particular city that I came from, Chris?
Yeah, it'd be.
Is it Barad-dûr?
Yep.
Okay. You you ever been up north, Alatar?
I have, in fact, yes. Whereabouts are you speaking of?
Barad-dûr.
Okay, Chris, can you give me some backstory of Barad-dûr? Because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because of Oscar's world building accent now.
I'm just starting to think like I'm just gonna I was gonna put the pieces together. Like, you ever notice the accent they have up there?
When I made the world, like the kingdom of Van Bildor, right? That's a very dwarven sounding name. But what Oscar has done now, is like this is Hicktown now.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Van Bildor.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like old time, like southern Louisiana, maybe. Give me a little credit.
That's deep West Virginia.
Yeah, now I'm just like, yeah, and my cousin, she was awfully pretty.
Oh, gosh.
What's happening here?
So yes, Barad-dûr is the capital city of Vanbeldor, which is a kingdom of dwarves.
So you're a drow from a kingdom of dwarves. So this is very peculiar.
Yes.
Okay. Barad-dûr, you say?
Right, born and
No.
raised. Well, born very much below, but raised in the city.
Interesting. So that I do apologize. I didn't put the accent together because I just thought it was peculiar. But you do have a Barad-dûr accent, don't you?
Yes,
I
sir.
just didn't. I don't think I've ever heard it from anyone but a dwarf before.
Yeah, it's not too common. They usually stick to themselves. From what my parents have told me, I just got lucky, I guess.
Interesting. So what has brought you to all the way out here to Korheim?
Well, growing up, I had kind of aptitude for tinkering and all those sorts of things. So my father thought it was a good idea for me to come to the university, kind of hone my craft a little bit. So here I am. But between you and me and everybody, not trying to hide it, I don't really like all that fancy book learning. I think I can apply it a lot more, if I just do it.
Did you make your own weapons then?
I don't know.
Chris?
Your
If I did, that would be really cool to know.
your short guns, yes.
Okay.
Your long gun was given to you.
Okay. By somebody in the Dwarven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your father.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the the pistols I use, I made those myself. The rifle, I don't know if I can do that yet. My father is a big influence. He's pretty apt with that kind of stuff. Hopefully. I hope he's not too disappointed.
So your father is also a skilled craftsman.
One of the best.
Is he? I assume that he is one of the best in Barad-dûr.
Sure. Right? Is
you're
that okay to say, Chris?
He's your dad. Yeah.
It
Sure.
is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whether or not he is one of the best, like Chris
Yeah.
will
I'm just building.
We
this
got to
whole
go to
kingdom
Barad-dûr
around
to
that.
find out.
He's
Exactly.
actually the king too. I don't know if you knew that, but
He is not a
Interesting.
lord.
no, he's pretty good.
Interesting. A drow master craftsman in Barad-dûr. I need to spend some more time there next time I go there. I can't believe I missed this.
No, my father's a dwarf. So is my mother. I guess they're not technically my real parents. They're all I've ever known.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So they found you when you were just a infant?
From what I understand, in the walls, in the caves.
Does your father's name happen to be Brunor?
No.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. You have quite the unique upbringing, Lux. It has
Seems
been
pretty normal to me.
it has been a pleasure to actually get to learn about your history a little bit here.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you asking, taking an interest. You seem pretty fancy yourself.
I don't know if fancy would necessarily be the right word, but I have lived quite the life since we are sharing our past, and I have encouraged him to share his dark secrets. I suppose it is only fair that I do the same.
With just one person. But
Yeah.
Just one guy.
Well, we're having a conversation. Like,
Guys, wake up! He's about to tell us everything.
Can I roll a Constitution save to wake up?
No.
See, many years ago, about I guess we're going on about a millennium now at this
my.
point. I ended up going down the wrong path. I guess the easiest way to say it is I got pretty confused and desperate. See, um, the back when I was still fairly young, my entire village was killed by soul beasts. Um, Back when they were new, right, Chris? Like,
Yeah.
in fact, by some of the first soul beasts. And
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. What exactly is a soul beast?
would this be something he knows, Chris?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't. I've
Oh.
never heard of that. Like Oscar has never heard of that. So.
Well, okay. So this isn't. Why did I think they were part of the world? So they're not a thing anymore. Soul beasts.
They were something that the Arch-Lich Tassig is one of his creations.
Oh, yes, I apologize. Right. This is I have senior moments from time to time. Nothing quite like CeeLo, but a little bit forgetful of that. Not everyone has lived and experienced
for that.
what I have experienced. But yes, so you have heard of the Archless Tassig, correct? From history or legend, if you will.
I had one of them history classes on the old world. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Tried to conquer the world. Well, his minions, he had created these soul beasts, which Chris is gonna have to tell us what they are because I don't remember.
Think of like super beefy undead of all types of creatures that I mean, besides them being super strong, shared a single mind with the Arch-Lich Tassig.
Oh, so the Borg.
Undead
They're the
Borg.
drones, and he's the queen.
Undead
Yeah.
Borg.
Got it.
And so after that, I went down a dark path trying to find any way to bring back those that I had lost, and ended up being involved with an undead coven cult, if you will, called the Soulless Coven.
Wait, that came up at one point, right?
Correct, the werewolves.
Oh.
Yes.
I noticed something changed in you when they said that. I didn't mean to pry.
No, it is not something I like talking about. But it is indeed a fact, and I was with them for quite some time until I realized that essentially I had become the monster that exactly like the monster that had killed my family and had done that to countless others. And at that point, forsook that life and have been essentially I have exiled myself and trying to find ways that I can redeem myself with that. And that has been almost 1,000 years that I have been serving the three architects in any way that seems to stumble upon my path, which is actually why I am here, as as Pym came to me seeking help for his problems, and so I have been doing what I can to help him bring back his son.
Awfully commendable. It's a long time to be searching for something.
It is. I'm not sure I I am not sure, if I'm honest, why I am still alive. But I would like to think that it is just the architect's way of giving me time to actually atone for what I have done.
Well, it seems like you're going about it the right way.
Well, that
I
is
mean,
nice to hear.
not particularly at this moment, but hey, I think this was unavoidable. So no foul.
Yes, I do apologize, Lux. Like I said, if I had known Tad was a thing more than 12 hours ago, like probably could have handled it a little differently, but
Listen,
um
I don't hold any ill will against Pim. It's beyond his control. We got to figure. Nah, probably not my place, but somebody's got to figure something out there. We're gonna get into a lot more serious trouble than this.
mm, I agree. I have spoken with Tad. I think I understand what needs to be done, and a firm hand, I think, is what we will need to have when we realize Tad has taken control, because he needs guidance
Mm,
for sure. And so, um, perhaps that will help. But I will, once we get out of here, um, I will make sure that we don't run into this sort of issue again.
that sounds like a good plan. Sorry to put more on your plate, but that'll probably fall mostly to you. Me personally, I don't know
That's
Pim. It's not my place.
that is what I expected. So do not feel bad. This is I have agreed to help him with his mission and with his quest, and I am more than willing to take all of the additional challenges that come with that.
Feel like while we're something that's been bothering me since we started our trek over here, since we're laying it all out on the table, I might as well share. I ain't got much to hide. I don't think it's smart for us to bust out of here. Now, I don't know if that's the plan or not. But I don't think it does anybody any favors to be outlaws, especially with somebody like that little rat up there. He would chase us across the continent. Now, I'm not saying we have to sit down here and put up with torture or whatever that is, but I just want you to know that if it comes to that Maeve woman comes down and starts blowing holes in walls or calling all kinds of ruckus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to follow her on that.
Very well. Very well. I would hope she has something a little more elegant in mind than that. Being one of the order as she is, discretion should be of utmost importance to her, because don't think I feel like someone of the order breaking or performing a prison break, if you will, would be a good way to cause an international incident. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure what she's planning, but I will say I did not have much love for this kingdom to begin with. Um, but now knowing who it is that this king has appointed, I doubt it. I doubt their judgment and their wisdom even more.
mm, yeah.
So if we must escape on the wrong side of the law in order to preserve or prove our innocence, then I would say so be it. Because I do not believe that we will be getting justice here, from that uh, from Gawain with
Mm.
that, which he seemed particularly fixated on you, Lux. Is this have to do with the Glaives? Do you have some involvement with them, if you don't mind me prying?
Not that I'm too much aware of. I mean, they've roughed me up a bit here and there, when the with some of the dealings of the unsavory sort, as we talked about earlier, but I don't know. The fact that he's involved is no surprise, though.
They seem a far more formidable organization than I realized.
Yeah, if he's in there, probably in some sort of leadership.
You would,
It goes
yeah.
goes a lot farther. I already didn't have a whole lot of trust for them bureaucratic folk, and this just ain't making it any better.
Yeah, lots of problems surrounding us here. That's for sure.
Well, ain't not much we can do about it now. Just
No,
keep
there is
smiling.
not. Patience.
That's right.
The one thing we do have going for us, good lucks, is these walls will crumble around us before we will pass away.
That's true.
And bury you
Wait.
alive.
Dwarves live for a pretty long time, right, Chris? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
listen.
like 500 or 600 years, I think.
All right, yeah. Actually, Chris, I don't know if you don't have to answer this right now if you want to think about it more, but how, like, on the scale of like kids to deathbed, where are my parents at?
They found you rather young.
Okay, cool.
So like they probably found you when they were like 85.
Oh, okay. So I'm not worried about them kicking the bucket anytime soon.
No.
Okay,
Not naturally.
Cool. Then I wouldn't get all like solemn and depressed then. All right. Listen, Alatar, I appreciate the talk. I know this group's kind of we're a bunch of misfits, if I'll be honest, but it's nice getting to know a little bit more about you.
I agree. It seems like we're, well, at least for the foreseeable future, stuck together. So we might as well better understand one another.
I agree. All right. Well,
Suppose we
reckon-
should get to meditating here. Yeah.
a couple hours sounds good.
It's like, and I just look at the floor, and the last thing I just say is like, sure glad I'm not a person who has to sleep right now.
Like the rest of us
Yep.
peasants.
It's not that bad.
Everyone not in this cell.
Yeah. Be listening. I'll be right back.
All right. I need everyone to roll a d6.
D6.
Roll a
Nice.
d6.
Just
it
a
out
flat
loud?
D6.
Yeah, and let me know. You can either
6.
let me know or
2.
4.
I'm coming.
I got a 2.
I got a 3.
Just need a 1.
all right, Docs, what did you get?
I got a 2.
2. Sweet. I need everyone to roll another d6.
Wasn't good enough.
Okay.
3.
4.
3.
2.
6.
Still no ones. We have to reroll again.
3. All right, I need everyone. No, you are all woken up after successfully getting a long rest. So
Hooray.
I think the only one that was wearing damage was Pim. There. You guys are all back up to max.
Oh, you were wearing damage?
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, Wayne stabbed him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was minor.
You were all woken up to the sound of a slamming door coming from the hallway down the way towards the light there, and a guard. As you guys are able to just see the doorway from the angle of your guys's rooms, you are able to see Arathor Irontail.
Okay.
Escorted. Oh, bad timing.
Which one's Arathor Irontail? Is that
That's
Norbin's
that's
dad?
Norbin's daddy.
Okay. Daddy's bailing him out, or he's saying, "Stay in jail, son." I'm so disappointed.
Maybe he's getting put
Dave,
in
do you
jail
need to go?
himself.
Do you need to go do bedtime?
Nope. So far, so good. We'll see.
Okay. All
You
right.
sound very
So
confident.
we'll continue on. He is escorted by 2 guards. The guards stay at the door and they allow him to walk down towards your cell by himself. His steps are slow
And heavy.
and measured. As he walks like straight to the middle of your cell, he doesn't even turn to look into the cell, Norbin,
As he's approaching, I would have walked up to the front of the cell.
with your hands on the
No,
bar.
I would just be standing there with my hands behind my back.
Okay. Arathor stops walking in front of your cell, just right in front of where you're at. And without looking at you, he says, "My son, what happened?"
I have with my head tilted down. I'll say to the floor. I failed. The ooze samples are out of my eyes, or out of my care.
I know that. What happened in the debriefing?
I don't.
We had an issue with one of the companions. He put his hands on. Oh, what's his face?
Dwayne.
Gawain. And well, I'm sure you know how he is.
We all know how Lord Defort is with the title and power that he has been given, but it is something that must be avoided, not charged headlong into.
Yes, one of our companions was not aware of that. He is from outside the region. It is something that we will be discussing at length.
Son, I've done what I can, and utilized what limited power I have at my disposal. You know the Sanctum's policy on getting involved with kingdom matters.
Yes, I do. Norbin does. I don't.
They don't. They try to work outside of the kingdom, like not trying to sway kingdoms this way or the other. They're more focused on doing the will of Solari.
Right.
I can't get you released. At least not here and not now. You will have to stand trial.
As long as the trial happens.
Perhaps during that trial, we might be able to convince the courts to at least let those who are innocent of these dealings to go free.
Am I hearing this?
Yeah, everyone's hearing this. Upon your testimony, my son, if someone must take a fall for the truth, let them take it.
I understand, Father.
Throw Pim under the bus. That's what he's saying.
That's exactly what he's saying.
He turns, finally, he turns to look you right in the eyes as you see there's not tears running down, but there is, tears welling up in his eyes as he says, I can't have you in here any longer. We must do what we can. And on the outside, we will figure this out together. And before a tear can fall, he turns on his heel and walks those same measured steps out of the hallway. Pim, did you want to say something?
No, I withhold. I was going to say something, and then I stopped myself upon hearing his manner of treating Norman.
Any discussion today?
Yes. I want to talk to Silo at some point.
You got all day, buddy.
Yeah.
No time like the present.
Well, I mean, so if you want to wait, there is another thing that's going to happen in an hour from now.
I will wait then, yeah. It definitely wouldn't be
Okay.
like so soon after my father comes.
An hour passes, and you see a guard. He's holding a bucket, a ladle, and a bunch of bowls under his armpit, in his armpit here. And he lays two down at the door of each of your cells and ladles something into each bowl.
How does it smell?
It smells. It doesn't smell like much. As you look at it, the broth is clear, and it looks like there's some chunks of some white meat, and a few vegetables. Not very, as far as stews go, not very hearty at all.
I'm just gonna grab it, Chris. I'm assuming being in the wild like I have been, I've had some pretty bad meals, so
Yeah, you've had lean times for sure.
so I'm just like
You've had your fair share of
How can I check it
water
for,
chicken soup.
how do I
before.
check it for poison?
It looks like Alatar just did it for you. So
yeah.
He died.
But he's so far away. Do I hear any gurgling or?
nope.
Buds.
Hey guys, Alatar's dead. I wouldn't.
Don't eat the soup. I repeat, do not eat the soup.
Too late.
Alatar, it tastes incredibly bland. Like no spices at
Okay.
all.
But not like repulsive, just
No, it's just
okay.
it is literally like water, a few chunks of chicken, and a couple of vegetables.
And they just boiled it all and
And
called
I
it
just
a
boiled
day.
it. Yep.
Okay.
I was trying to slim down anyway. This will do the trick.
It's not the worst thing I've eaten.
Okay. In 2 hours, another thing happens. Would anyone like to do anything in those 2 hours?
No. Oh wait.
Dave now just wants to wait till all the things happen before he talks.
I'm back in the meditation and trying to reach out to Celine Dion. not God.
Is that your name? Is that your god's name, Celine
Selena.
Dion?
World
It is
building.
now.
I think it's Selena, right?
It is not.
No, you're
That was-
still trying to make it.
Wasn't that the last one? Serene was the last
Serene.
one.
Still
Yeah.
trying to make it like Serene.
Serena Dion.
Kamina.
That's
Kamina.
not even in the same ballpark.
It has the same amount of syllables.
It rhymes.
Selena,
Kamina.
Kamina.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
if
talking
I'm
about
Eminem,
Serene.
if I'm
I'm talking
Eminem,
about
I'm making that
Serene.
work.
Yeah.
In 2 hours, another guard comes, and he has
She doesn't like me.
a baton. Yeah, there's no answer, Pim,
Thanks.
to your prayer.
Appreciate that.
Um,
I mean, it's crickets. That's how bad it is.
he comes with a baton, and he's like knocking it on every bar down the hallway, getting your guys' attention, making a huge racket, as he is followed by guards, 6 guards that follow him down the hallway. He says, up and at him, up and at him.
We get rec time?
Can't let you guys waste away in here. Time
Would
for a
be
little exercise.
Wait. This is our chance, guys.
Do you say that out loud?
I say it to Pim at least.
Okay.
No, Docs. No.
I just pictured Docs being like, guys, we can escape now.
This is my chance.
He's hitting the bars. That's clearly
He
a
has
sign.
the keys.
He goes to each one of your doors and unlocks it, and it swings open into the hallway.
All of a sudden, Tad takes over for Pim, and then Docs goes, "Let's do it."
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm just kidding.
Really
Brings
make
his
it worse.
weapon and starts attacking.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
wait,
are
he
they-
couldn't because that's magic. Yeah, never
This-
mind.
Get out of the door.
Let's go. Get
All
out.
right, I'm going.
All right, we're going. We're
I
going.
really ham up the feeble old man thing, Chris, and I'm like hobbling around.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Okay, we're good with this. I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
I start asking him, Sealer, do you need me to carry you?
I think I threw my back out sleeping on the floor last night.
Oh, perfect. They march you guys out of that hallway, and as they do, once you get into the next room, you guys have already been in here. It's kind of like it's like a guard's room, right? There's a table in the middle. It's not a very big room. There are some beds, no weaponry of any kind, chains and manacles kind of hanging from various hooks throughout the room. And this is the light source, of course. As you guys walk through that room, there's another guard that manacles and chains all of your guys' legs together.
Like in one long chain?
Yes, you are all 6 chained together.
Nice.
They march you into the next room, which is kind of this lowered pit a little bit, not like crazy lower, just maybe a few feet down. And you see 3 guards walking on the perimeter with bows and arrows, and other guards standing around in the quote yard with batons.
Is this yard underground?
It is.
Cool. Okay.
Yard. It's a room.
Oh,
It's a large-ish room.
Cavern.
There are 3 other individuals, likewise, all chained together, and they are just walking in a circle. The guards kind of push you guys forward to join them.
Oh, here I was expecting like hard labor.
Nope, it's just walking in a circle.
I'm still hamming up the back injury.
Okay. They How far are you going to take this, CeeLo? Because you're not able to keep pace
The entire time.
all the way through.
All the way through.
To the point where they're dragging you. The other 5 are dragging you.
Yeah, well, maybe
The
it
other
won't
6.
get to the dragging portion, but it looks like I'm really struggling to keep up.
Okay. One guard comes next to you, CeeLo, and uncuffs your ankle, and kind of takes you over to the side, and you are now standing between 2 guards as he says, "Just stay there, old man."
Okay, thank you, youngin. My back just hurts. Any way I could get like a pillow or something down there?
And he laughs. He laughs at that.
That's what I figured the answer would be.
And so you guys are in this exact same order, with the exception of CeeLo. So now it is Dox, Pim, Alatar, Lux, Norbin. Dox in front, Norbin in the back, and Norbin, one of the guys, he's a human, kind of walks up behind you as you guys are just walking in this big circle, and kind of whispers under his breath, "You need anything? I got stuff."
Like a key to get out of here?
Man. No, not no key.
Oh,
Things that might make your stay a little bit more comfy.
Like a pillow.
do I hear this, Chris?
So you'd be right in front of Lux. So yes, obviously you would hear this. And he says, "You can't sneak no pillow in here, man. Like small stuff. Like you want some salt for that food? Got you. You want something a little harder? We'll be arranged."
I assume there's a price.
There's always a price.
And that is?
Well, the only thing we really got to bargain with down here, since they don't really give us much, is blood.
Is what?
What
blood?
do you use blood for?
You don't use it. You take it.
And do what with it?
I don't care what you do with the blood, as long as it's coming out of the person I tell you to.
I see.
That is not where I thought. I was picturing something completely different.
Yep, I was too.
Got me?
Favors.
I think I understand, yes.
My name's Ivers.
Okay.
Ivers. Huh.
You ain't got a name?
No.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. He kind of backs off and slows his pace. Lux, do you say anything like hearing this, or you're just listening?
Once he backs off, I would kind of look at Norman and be like, "Please tell me you're not that dense."
I got it.
All right.
They march you guys around in a circle for what you would guess would be like 20 minutes, before they lead CeeLo back up the stairs first. And you see the other 3, they go out the doors exactly opposite of the doors that you guys came in. They march you back to your cells. And same thing. It's the same thing in reverse. As you guys go down your hallway, they take your ankle manacles off, put you in your cell, shut the door, and leave.
Okay.
I think I faked that
I-
back injury so much, I think it's real now.
Fake? What do you mean fake? You
I wasn't hurt,
what?
I am now though.
but maybe I did went a little too hard with it.
Well, you did a good job. I fell for it.
So, Chris, I'm assuming that I have I live by myself in the middle of nowhere. So I have like a routine of stuff. I mean, I can't do all of it here, but there's probably a lot of like meditation and prayer and things like that that I do throughout my days.
That doesn't help you here, I can tell you.
Normally, right? And so, like, since I got nothing else to do, like, I haven't been doing that. I'll start doing that again.
Yeah.
Like,
So part of your daily routine would be as you worship the architects, the creators,
mhm.
right? It would be like an appreciation almost of the created world around you. Typically, like in your hut, you're in the middle of a forest, right? So there's
Yeah.
multitudes of things to kind of investigate from the big to the small. Here, you do feel this just kind of as anyone that would the being caged of just this limitation, right?
Mhm.
But you do spot a little mushroom growing
Eat it.
out of the one of the cracks in the walls there, and it is as much as it's just kind of such a meager and measly in comparison to what you're used to. It is a moment of blessing.
Mm.
Even in this dark dungeon, there's still life.
So I'm sitting here and I'm watching and admiring and meditating on a mushroom.
Yes.
I love it. Fantastic.
Yes. and considering the balance, right? The balance, always the
Exactly.
balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be multiple hours before the next thing. Would anyone like to do anything?
Yeah, I will probably strike up a conversation with CeeLo. Now that I've gotten bored. That's all I was waiting for, is just to get bored.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen.
Yep. CeeLo, you
Yes?
mentioned yesterday being a founder of the, what is this thing?
Order of 9.
Order of 9. And what does Norbin know of the Order of 9, Chris?
Norbin, in your circles, you would know quite a lot. Growing up in the family that you did,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have any dealings with any of the order, but you would know of
Like-
who the current order is
And like its history and stuff.
and its history
Okay.
and
Yep. That's all I
what
really
it
wanted
is
to
and,
know.
and how it functions and all of that.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So you said you're a founder of the Order of 9.
I'm still like cracking my back.
Your fake injury.
My fake injury that has now turned into a real injury, right? So you picked up on that.
Yeah, I did catch that. Considering, as far as I'm aware, they were founded many centuries ago.
Your history does not lie.
Care to elaborate on that?
What? Wow. Docs, are you listening?
Yeah.
You might as well. I've been keeping it a secret for long enough, I suppose. A long time ago. The only one of you who was around by then was Alatar. Uh, the Archlich attacked the world and tried to take it over.
The Archlich.
I
Chris, would I know what this Archlich is?
The Archlich Tassig. Yep.
You mean Archlich Tassig?
That one. Yes. I was recruited. I was quite adept with magic. Uh, and I found myself on the front lines. Made a name for myself. Uh, I was part of the very group that ended up defeating the Archlich. And we formed our order there.
Insight roll.
Go for it.
No, I mean, I know you're not lying, but I would normally do an insight roll. Something like that.
From there, we established the order. I was one of the founding members. We each specialized in different things. Mine was on time. That's what I specialized in. See, time, everybody is always focused on how linear it is. Well, when you really dive into it, it's not quite so rigid. I've devoted a lot of time and research and energy and passion into to looking into this. One day, a great tragedy occurred, and I've stopped. I've spent so long trying to undo that. In my research, I found a way to mess with the time stream, if you will. Unfortunately, bending the fabric of reality itself is a tricky little bit of business. And instead of going the direction I wanted, I got flung here instead. That's been about 10 years now.
Wait, so that sounds dangerous. Norman would have basically no idea what you're talking about.
It is. If you do not know what you're doing, messing with a fundamental force of reality is catastrophic. Luckily for you, I'm one of the few individuals who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to that.
Are you, though? It kind of sounds like you didn't do it right.
There's tweaks that need to be made, but I am the foremost expert on the time stream.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said there was a tragedy?
My dear Norbin, I do not know you well enough to really dive into that. I would like to keep it close to the chest. It is not something I like to revisit.
Fair enough. I take it you're attempting to undo this occurrence?
That is correct.
Well, good luck.
Yes. 10 years of stagnation and insanity, temporal insanity, I'll call it, definitely has stagnated my research.
Is that those bad days?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. That explains that.
That's on the list of things to fix.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty high priority.
Considering I lose about half the days I'm involved with, yes.
Okay. Well,
Hopefully that clarifies for you all my situation.
So how far did you jump?
Alatar, how many years has it been?
Muted.
You're muted.
We're saying approximately 1,000, right, Chris? Since the fall of the Archlich and I last saw him.
Yep.
About a millennia, give or take a few decades.
About that long.
Yeah, how
I'd
are
say.
you alive? Alatar, how are you alive?
To be honest, good docs, I do not know for sure. My best theory is that it is the architects that keep me alive.
The divine always find their way to play with mortal lives.
CeeLo, what makes you believe that you can even actually change the past?
To be honest with you, Alatar, I don't know if it's possible. Part of me wants it to be true. Part of me is curious if it's even possible. But I need to.
Because I mean, granted, I am no expert in time magic or time itself, but just thinking about this, like, if you have changed something in the past, wouldn't it have already happened?
Perhaps. Perhaps it's one of those inconsequential changes that does not really affect the overall time stream. Perhaps it is one of the major ones, and we are currently living in that. Perhaps we are in a branching timeline. There are plenty of explanations for how this is all
Branching
feasible.
timeline, you say? Interesting.
Or maybe fate has a path and it's always snaps itself back.
Hmm.
And maybe you've already changed what you can and it hasn't affected anything.
uh, Fate hasn't stopped me yet from looking into this.
I read a book once. The theory was it was the Jeremy. Oh crap! I forgot the name again. The Jeremy Baramy timeline. Is that of you?
That sounds like a children's story, Tim.
I know what that's from.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's a really good show. And it actually fits very well with what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's not linear. Time is not linear, basically, is what it is.
As you guys are talking about timelines here, you hear that familiar sound of the door slamming shut from the room adjacent to you guys. And the stunning sight of Maeve Demerith, flanked by two guards, comes through the door. We're going to take our 5-minute break.
Alrighty. Well, did bedtime go successfully, Dave?
It did, yeah. They're both asleep. I'm
Wow.
fully surprised. That was
Look
probably
at that.
because I let them stay up like 2 hours past their bedtime, so it's kind of whatever.
Probably.
Yeah. But there's only minimal crying and screaming.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Who would have thought the prison episode is the one where we just start sharing backstories?
Well, I mean, we got nothing else to do, right?
Oh, that's true. And then
Like,
wait for Chris to move it
yeah,
along.
I feel bad just like sitting here being like, all right, let's just sit here for 2 days, do nothing. Gotta have something to do.
True.
Wesley, how you feeling? Oh wait, he doesn't have his. How you
Jeremy
feeling?
Derby is from the show called The Good
I'm
Place.
feeling a lot better now. Yeah,
Sorry,
that was a
Michael.
pretty rough day.
That's good.
Are you guys good for Sunday if we're able to play?
I should be there unless I get another plague hit me.
Another plague. Nice. I am busy this Sunday afternoon, so I will not be able to.
Okay. Everyone else is good though.
I'm good.
I heard the projector didn't work 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I wasn't there that week,
Oh, okay.
but it worked fine last week. I ran it in the morning, and there wasn't any issues.
Oscar, I love that Lux is apparently like a drug addict.
My theory is he's the drug dealer. He's got it growing in his brain.
Yeah, I don't, it's actually my whole dorm room is just really bright lights.
You're this city's version of Walter White, right?
Yeah. And what's the dorm master's name? He's my Jesse.
Perfect.
Yeah, what if everything Oscar just told me there was a complete lie?
That would be pretty funny.
I'm not even from the dwarf place. I just use this accent to throw people off. That would actually be funny. No, I'm not that clever.
You contrived an entire second backstory with Chris just to throw everyone off.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Did you
Even
find out that you were
Christopher.
adopted?
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
It's not as easy when everybody's human.
I'm just wondering if it was like a Kung Fu Panda moment. You
Like,
know?
what?
You're adopted. What? Did any of you did anybody ever see the movie The Jerk?
Uh-huh.
Where
With
he
Martin Short?
No, oh my gosh, I can picture him. Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. What? But same thing.
Where at the beginning they tell him he's adopted and he like can't believe it and he's the only white one.
All right. Maeve walks in hurriedly. Straight to you, CeeLo.
Okay.
She kind of looks around disgusted. Are they treating you well?
So far, yes.
Oh, dingy place this is.
Very much so. I've definitely seen worse.
I have spent the day and night researching. Have you ever heard of a substance known as biogenic Ethereum?
Have I heard of that, Chris?
Nope.
Have I heard of that, Chris?
Nope.
Okay.
I can't say I have. Alatar? Does that name ring a bell to you?
It is not something I have come across.
Here I am.
Doc's is like, I got it. I know what it is.
I made it.
What if the dragons were talking about it in one of his dreams?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That'd be a pretty good bit.
Docs, make a history check.
You serious?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The two oldest guys here don't roll history, but the youngest one does.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come on, dude.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Wait, what you get? No. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
That one.
Nice.
That's a 2 and a 1. So far, it's not strong.
You
Doc
can't
said
get
is
a
a
break.
no. Nope. Never heard of it before.
But I had a chance.
You?
I had to search through some of my oldest tomes in order to come across it, and still the information is incomplete. The what your group described of its nature and ability to reconstitute types of biomass, it fits. To what end? The histories are inconclusive. And so I must extend my research to colleagues in other planes of existence And that might take some time.
So sorry.
Might I ask how long?
I cannot say.
Hmm.
But as far as your, and she glances towards the door, your change of scenery, there is a plan in the works.
I expected as much.
Are the guards still here?
No, the guards stay at the door.
Oh, okay. I thought they escorted her.
No,
Got it.
they escort her to the door of the hallway, and then so far the visitors have been allowed to come down
Got it.
by themselves. And she is speaking in very hushed tones here.
What do you need from us?
Patience.
Well, I don't suppose we can do anything else besides wait, so you have our patience.
Good Maeve. Before you leave on your adventure, may I beseech you for another small favor? We were hoping to come speak with you before all of this happened. And if you are leaving, I would be remiss if I didn't at least ask if you could at least hear the tale of my friend and see if there is any advice you could potentially give him.
By all means.
You are most kind. Pim, I believe now is your opportunity.
Michael, you just said it. So if you just want to say, like, I tell her what I told. Who are you in there with? Docs. Unless you want to change anything, or
it's Tad right now. It's bad timing.
or
freaked out. It's gonna be a longer wait. Yeah, I tell her that stuff. I say to her also, I said, I don't know if it'll be any help, but I am a duke. I named the kingdom that I'm a duke of, the country that I'm a duke in, and I say to her, I believe that if they are aware that I am alive, they would come and seek our release right away.
By our, you mean yours?
No.
Maeve.
Norbin, I believe it would be all of ours, because there's honor in our family, and he would honor all of you because you have been harmed by my actions.
Maeve looks at you, Pim, and says, your family is not aware that you are alive.
Or that my son is dead.
And
well,
I'm afraid
we're both dead.
Your house has come under quite unfortuitous times. Many people the world over have been looking for you, Duke. If you have a way of getting back, your wife could definitely use your help. As far as the curse is concerned, that is not my area of expertise. But I do know of one to which I would be shocked if he did not have a way out. The Hollowed One in Ishar.
Ashar?
Where's
Ashar?
that at?
The Necromancer Yadil Crassior.
I'm still looking for it on the map, and I do not see it.
I don't either. Oh, the big name.
Oh
Ashar.
yeah, look at that. It's right there.
Oh my gosh.
Ishar. Okay, so you're
Note
on
taking.
that for your notes. Maeve glances back to you, CeeLo. It could be a day. It could be a 10-day. Remain ready.
We shall.
And she exits. Would anyone else like to do anything?
I switch who I start talking to. And I go back to the demon.
What do you say?
You made an oath with us that my family would remain in power. You would give us the power to remain in power. And you're reneging on that right now. But I believe that you do not do that your own free will, and that this might be my problem. Give us a way out of here. An honorable way out of here. So I can return to my country and restore my family to their proper place. And they will know that your name still should be feared and honored in our home country. Oh, thank you.
All has been quiet on the patron front thus far until I'm guessing you say that all in your head, right?
Oh yeah. That's just a meditation.
You hear the voice of your patron say, I will need much more than that.
What do you need of me? You have my son. You've ruined my family. What more can I sacrifice?
You walk this plane, material body, and I yearn for that pleasure.
How can I help you?
If you swear fealty to me right now, There are many steps and ways to bring me to this plane, and you will be bound to your oath, and I will see you released.
And if I fail?
How many sons do you have?
Just 2 more.
Only
Are
2
they-
more.
Are they strong enough to take up the quest themselves?
This is not their battle. Anything but them. I cannot sacrifice another child.
Mm-hmm. If you fail, we will find another way.
So the pact is that I must find a way to bring you back to this realm. This plane.
Yep.
And if you fail, not good.
And if I find a way to bring you back to this plane, you will find a way to release us.
It will be so.
We just want to be released. We do not want to cause any trouble. We do not want to jailbreak. We don't want to be running for our lives. Can you make that happen?
You will be free.
No. I break the bond again.
Okay.
I was gonna play with you too, because your words were to find a way, not that I had to bring you back.
Anyone else want to do anything?
The good guys talk to me, and the bad guys are trying to.
Yeah, how dare a god not have immediate personal time for you, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, and the first 2 times you've said a prayer to them.
I said a prayer long back, and she's the one that introduced herself to me. And you told me to do that.
I did, yes. You should talk to Alatar about how many times the architects have spoken to him.
Oh no, I think it would be very bad if I asked that question. Pim's very much like a Rue.
I was gonna say all your characters are like this. Of like, this god isn't doing exactly what I expect him to do. I'm done with you.
No, they're not even talking to me.
Versus a Rue who had a conversation with a god every other minute and just said no.
No. Well, they were manipulative little snots. They weren't any better than the demon I just talked to.
They can do that. They can do that for sure. Anything else for the day?
Just admiring the mushroom.
I eat the mushroom. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't stop you. It's part of the balance, man.
Balance. We're gonna see it come out in here too. So
Yeah. Anyway, full circle.
It's a psychedelic mushroom.
But then you have to sit there and deal with me watching you the rest of the time. Because now you're the only creation left in here.
Staring him down.
All right. Then we go into quote nighttime. Move into the next day. You get a long rest.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a nat 20. We're good. We're good.
Nice.
Maybe we can
Good.
get us out.
But watch it. This isn't the day that matters. It's gonna be the day where I roll like a 1.
What do you think Chris is waiting for?
That's
Yep.
probably you're right. That's probably what he's waiting for.
He said it might be a day, it might be a 10 day, and he's like, he's got to get a bad roll in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Very good. Today the morning works the same way.
I try to strike up a conversation with the guard.
There's no guard in the hallway, so you'd have to call them in.
No, when they're leading us out.
Oh, for your exercise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The morning works the same way. You get your daily meal. Looks exactly the same as it did the day before. If no one wants to do anything, then the day continues on with your exercise. When do you want to start trying to strike up a conversation?
Like, I assume that they are out there with us when we're exercising, right?
They are on the edges of it.
But I could walk up to one.
You cannot because you're shackled.
Yeah, we're in a chain gang.
We
man.
all have to walk up.
Wait, when we get out of the
Unless you fake a back injury. That's the way you get
That's
up.
true. Fake a back injury.
It works.
Really well.
Docs, what were you saying?
is it like anti-magic everywhere inside the dungeon, or is it just inside the cells?
We don't know yet. No one's
That's what I was
tried
gonna
magic
ask.
outside the
That was
spells.
the next question I was going to ask.
My
I try
stealth
to
is
do
pretty
a,
high.
try to do a prestidigitation and discreetly try to clean a. Oh no, we don't have our.
You don't
stones.
have your material components, so it
You
doesn't
can
matter.
clean something, anything, just to see if it works.
He doesn't have material components, though.
Oh,
Yes, it
Chris,
doesn't
do I
matter.
notice any anti-magic runes or anything?
Give me a perception check.
I'm good at those. I'm very
So
good at those.
I'm guessing we're in the yard now.
Yes.
No
13.
pit stops, no nothing. You don't see anything in here, CeeLo.
Okay.
And I try to stick my dog paw out of my chest and put it back in.
I don't know if it works like that. I think it's all or nothing,
Just-
man.
You've never
Just a
tried this before.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Okay, give me a wisdom check. Make sure you add your wisdom modifier to it.
Hopefully you get a better roll than you have been getting.
Well, it's better.
yeah.
Jeez.
I even changed the color.
Doesn't matter, right?
I mean, it helped.
Nice.
True.
You
Where do you
like
change color again?
trying to just little paw coming out. You don't feel any connection. The anti-magic field must extend into this area as well. Alatar,
Yes.
with a passive perception of 16, you are able to tell that Norbin looks sick.
Mm.
He is coughing. He's having a hard time keeping pace.
How am I close to him? Like, where am I in the chain with him?
It goes Dox, Pim, Alatar, Lux, CeeLo, Norbin. So you are 2 away.
Okay.
Behind.
Yes, Docs.
Thank you, Doc.
I didn't mean to do that.
That is, yeah, that's a little too awkward in here. Okay, I will. Let me know when we're back in the cells.
All right. Pam, what was the guy's name that I said was talking to Norbin the other day?
Oh,
Yesterday?
I wrote it down.
I did
What?
not write it down.
Igar?
Ivar
Ivar.
or Ivor.
Oh, Ivor. Yes, it was Ivor. Because it reminded me of the guy from The Great Escape.
I was
His last
thinking
name was Ives.
Alan Iverson.
Yeah, Ivor was his name.
Or Ivern in League of Legends. All right. Norbin, he kind of shuffles up to you again and whispers, "Not looking so hot today, man."
People get sick all the time. Coughing a little bit.
Especially in here. I got something to take care of that.
I'm sure you do.
Just give me the word, man. And he kind of backs off.
Everything is focused on you and no one else.
I'm in the back of the line.
The back of the line.
Yeah. Easiest to whisper to.
Oh, I was thinking also he deals in blood, and so he's going to go to the biggest guy.
That too.
Like, oh, he can beat people up.
That makes
What
sense.
am I?
But you're not as
you're-
imposing as a giant lion.
Yeah, you're not a big line man, so
What's your strength? Norbin?
doesn't matter. He's a Dex character anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a tiny lion.
I am not a tiny lion. I am.
Aren't you like 6'8"?
Where did I put that at? Let me go find my. I am 6'9".
6'9".
So I'm a little taller than you.
You're a lot taller than
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The point still stands.
If no one wants to do anything in the yard, then they'll escort you guys back.
I asked for another lap. You gonna be at that?
Take 4 points of damage.
What did he do?
He asked for another lap.
The guard smacks you in the face with his baton. Says, "Get back in line, dog."
Oh no.
Docs. It's Docs.
Thank you, Pam.
I made that mistake before.
You guys go back to your cells. And would anyone like to do anything?
Hey, Norbin,
Yeah.
are you feeling all right?
This isn't the best day. No, might be coming down with something.
Well, we can't be having that.
What's wrong? What are you feeling?
Honestly,
Talk
I'm
to me.
not sure right now. Don't think we have anything that can help out though. Since I glance up at the runes in the corners. Not a whole lot that can be done.
How does being a werewolf work with an anti-magic field?
Apparently, it
Oh,
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's right. I forgot you got bit, and that's what this whole thing is.
Well, if I can't summon my sword, then he can't turn into.
You would think, yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it's it
I mean-
nullifies its effect.
Well, if you don't improve in the next couple days, let me know. I can at least take a look at you.
From over there.
I can try and see if they'll let me take a look at you when we're in the yard.
Mm.
Norbin, I do have a request. If you feel the need to go feral, Please do not attack me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure the change to
We don't know.
whatever.
No,
Yeah,
we don't know.
I haven't
None
told
of us
anyone.
know.
Oh, you haven't. Okay,
No.
never mind. This is an us. This is an us thing that we know.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. I forgot.
Alatar, you would know though, as far as the next full moon, hard to track time down here again, but if you guys have been staying on the same sleep cycle, it's 7 days.
Did
Yeah.
I?
Are you tracking?
What?
What did you ask, Norbin?
He said 7 days to die.
You said
Oh.
7 days, and I said to die.
Okay. Very clever. All right, moving on.
I mean, so like it's safe to assume that we're close, right, in our dates, because we're getting fed like once a day, we think.
Yeah.
I just now noticed the prison cell backgrounds, guys.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
that's Pim right there.
Because he's on the floor.
That's about right.
Yeah, that cell
And
looks pretty
That's
nice.
way nicer than our cells.
Yeah, and they got
What are
a
you talking
bed
about?
there.
It's got a window.
I would
That's like
one.
Alatar's dream. You could just stare out into nature.
Wouldn't need to leave.
All right. Door opens and shuts, and there is a very prim and proper female elf walking very astutely down the hallway. She's carrying kind of like a leather-bound notepad in her hands as she walks down and stops in front of Alatar and Lux's cell.
Is this our public defender?
It could be.
It is not.
Oh,
You know who this is, Lux.
oh boy.
Uh-oh.
This is Braina Paro,
Roll officer.
the dean of students.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been looking for a way to
Somebody's-
cut ties with this anyway. So. What was her last name?
Paro, Paro, Braina Paro.
Okay.
She clears her throat.
If she doesn't say anything, I look up and I'm like, yes.
I stand up and kind of brush myself off a little bit and just give a little like to Alatar.
I say, I just put up a hand. I'm like, okay. Go back to looking at my mushroom.
Mr. Emberforge. Our good chief agent has informed the school of your, shall I say, dalliance in with the underworld and the unsavories that plague the alleyways and brothels of our city. And as you are well aware of our student code of conduct, it must be brought to your attention that it is my opinion, and as well as the other board members, the other deans, that you, mister, are flirting with probation.
Oh,
That's
Wow,
not bad.
that's way less harsh than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was done. I'll be honest. Okay. All right. Yep. Keep going.
probation. He should be executed.
Thanks, Dux.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, ma'am, I won't deny it. I've had some trouble here and there. I've been trying to clean up my act.
He scoffs.
It is not
Yeah.
his fault. It is not his fault.
Pim. I don't need your input at this time. I appreciate it, but
You're gonna
Let
take the blame for something that's not your fault, though.
let some people handle their own affairs.
Mr. Pym. Oh, yes, we have heard of Mr. Pym. This is who you decide to spend your time with. Those who assault lords and ladies of this land.
Ma'am, while I'm not trying to defend those kinds of actions, Mr. Pym has a lot going on that put the situation beyond his control. Again, not defending the actions.
Oh,
just-
I'm sure. And might I point out,
with all due respect, ma'am, I don't think what he does has anything to do with the school or anything that goes on there. Let's keep this between you and me, if you don't mind.
very well. Do you wish to continue your time at the university?
Oh boy.
Roll dice for it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let the dice decide.
All right, 10 or higher, I do not wish to continue my
Oh,
time.
so even more than 50%. Nice.
Yeah.
Ma'am, at this time, I think if you'll have me, I'd like to stay enrolled in the school. It was my father's wish, and I need to honor that.
Very well. If cleared of these heinous charges, this will not go on your permanent record, and we will not inform your father of your dealings as of late. But you must return to class. You must forsake these dealings with the drug trade. She has a hard time even saying it. Dear Lux, you're such a gifted student. I would hate to see this talent go to waste.
I do apologize, ma'am. It's just been tough lately.
Oh,
I'm acting. I don't know if you want me to roll a performance, but I am definitely putting on a show right now.
Yeah, roll performance.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the DC is probably going to be pretty low for her.
14.
Okay. She steps forward, heart on her chest. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
I appreciate that.
You do see in her hand that is kind of clutching the bars. She does have her fountain point pin in it. If you were wanting to look to lift anything.
No, I might. If you say that though, I might try to talk her out of it. I'm not going to seal it, but I would see that, ma'am. I do miss my father. It's been quite some time since I had a chance to write to him. I know I'm asking a lot of you, in this situation and all. You came here to discipline me, and now I'm asking you for a favor, but would you allow me to have your pen and maybe some parchment if you have it on you? If not, I can find some, but the pen itself, just to write a letter back home to my family.
Child, yes. She hands over the pen and rips out 2 sheets of parchment for you. I will return when I can to collect these, and I will send them off to your father straight away.
I sure do appreciate that. My dad was right. This school has the whole package. You guys really do care.
And we appreciate him sending his checks.
Oh, brother.
She wipes her eyes and walks out, heels clicking on the floor as she goes.
I sit there on the bars, kind of whimpering until I hear the door shut, and then I'm just like, "Whew, alrighty." I turn to Alatar and I just kind of like, "Look at this."
I'm just like, what was that?
Oh man, I tell you what, she is a pain to deal with.
What kind of university is this?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, I don't know what this could be useful for, but I'm sure there's something. Again, and now I'm talking so everybody can hear me. I don't want to be an outlaw. That's something I do not want. I don't think any of us want that. But if anybody's good at picking a lock, maybe we can wander a little bit. At least stretch our legs.
Well, I am not very good at that. So
We stretch our legs every day.
Yeah, well,
I can try.
I would say,
Do we have a lockpicker?
Nobody says anything.
just
no,
to
I mean, I would.
I got sleight of hand 5.
Because
Let's
So
see,
you're a
that's-
lockpicker. Okay.
That's one more than me. Yeah, so I mean, I would. All right, is he on the one beside me, or is it? How's it laid out?
You guys are in the middle. Alatar and
Oh.
Lux, you guys are in the middle. So
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect.
So I
Yeah.
would kind of reach out my hand like through the bars and kind of around the wall and just kind of see what you can do, Docs.
Okay.
I will say, before we do anything super rash,
wait.
we should probably wait. But I do like the idea of at least having something to pick the lock if things get dicey.
As Docs, when you go to take it, I kind of hold on to it, and after Sealer says that, I want to whisper something to you, so hopefully he doesn't hear it.
Okay.
If you just want to test it out, maybe just see if you can open the door. Live a little bit, buddy.
Of course. I start whistling and walking over to the door.
La 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 la.
See if I can at least get it unlocked.
That's all I'm
you're
saying.
gonna- are you gonna try it right now?
Oh yeah. But
Okay.
I'm not gonna like open the door, just see if I could get the bolt unlocked
Just
or whatever.
Docs, try not to break it. I'm expected to return that.
Give me a thieves' tools check.
Thieves' tools.
So you do not get proficiency for it unless you list it. So it should just be a base D20 roll.
Oh, it's not sleight of hand.
dexterity.
Is it dexterity too? Okay.
Thieves' tools checks or dex.
Man.
Dex saves.
Well, you know what? That's higher than what you've been getting.
That's not too bad.
14? Okay. You shouldn't break it, at least.
It
Yeah.
shatters.
How do I explain? I was just writing a letter so hard.
Blame it on the guards.
Yeah, the guard.
They took
They
it
rough-
from me. They broke your pen. All right. You are not successful. But you do not break the pen either.
I go back over to Lux. I tap on the wall. Didn't work out so well.
All right. Do you still have the pen?
Yeah, it's still in one piece.
That's good to know. Oh, just hold on to it for now in case you want to try again.
I will.
Yeah, get them in trouble. Good job. Good job.
That wasn't my intention, but hey, whatever.
It's the cell with Pim in it too.
As
Is
soon
there,
as the door opens, I'm gonna be like, "He has the weapon! He has the weapon!"
Is there any like wood in here?
There's wood in the toilet bucket.
I'm sure that's nice and seasoned by now.
That explains the splinters I have on my butt.
Go to give her the pen back, and it's just like.
Chris,
Prison's rough. Don't ask.
Chris, after the scene where Lux gets chewed out and he has to put on the show, I start looking for something like a rock or metal or anything that's sharp.
You find none of those things.
Yeah, I think they generally try and keep the sharp things out of
I was
prisons.
gonna say, you'd be hard pressed to find one of those.
Forgot to move this dagger pile.
So, well, I'm not looking for a tagger. Come on, guys, give me a little.
Like a splinter or like a shard of metal.
Shard of metal or,
Or a
Watch
pen.
prison, that are in there.
Or claws?
Give me Pim, give me an
Or
investigation.
even some of that wood. That maybe some of the wood might be sharpened up.
Yeah,
Well,
give me
you
an
want me to give
investigation.
you? A what?
Investigation.
Oh, not a strong point. This is normal, right? I wouldn't have advantage since I've been in there for a few days now and I've looked around.
Nope.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Pim, what are you doing?
stares at the same brick for 4 hours.
Wait,
Okay.
no, I can help you out if you're trying to find the toilet.
No, docs. Just trying to make this easier for everybody. I'll figure it out.
looking for a sharp object, cryptically talking about making stuff easier for everyone.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to do anything for the day?
I would ask Docs for a pen and actually write a letter.
Let me find it, real. I hand him the pen.
Doc's already lost it.
Doc's like, what
Docs
pen?
just like threw it out of the hall, and it's like
The
on the
guy-
other side of the room.
The guy in the other cell, his name was like Ivor. And he asked me for if I could have that pen or something. You know? Well, I gave you the pen.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I would write a letter.
Who you writing to?
My dad. Total bullcrap. School's great. I'm learning a lot.
That's
Class-
true.
Yeah, classes are interesting. I'm on I would write something in there. I'm like doing this new experiential learning thing. So I get to go out into the world and learn by doing. So it's not a total lie.
Internship.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Alatar, and by extension, I guess everybody else.
Yeah.
Alatar,
Yes, CeeLo.
I've been thinking about this biogenic Ethereum that Maeve mentioned.
Okay.
If it's rare enough of a substance that she doesn't know about it, it is a little disconcerting. And the fact that she also has to consult resources from other planes of existence.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wrap my head around why here. Why this city? Why the podunk town in the middle of nowhere is this thing just suddenly appearing?
Well, if you remember, there is the competing theory with the mind flares.
Potentially, yes, but
I think it is still very possible these two things are somehow connected. Because exactly why there?
I, and if I'm trying to remember here, I don't think mind flayers are really known for their extra dimensional travel or extraplanar travel.
Chris, are they known for their extraplanar travel?
They are, in fact, known for their extraplanar travel.
And that is why
In
CeeLo
that-
is the expert on time.
And that actually, good friend, you would be incorrect.
Oh,
In they are quite well known for their extraplanar travel.
Hmm.
It is
That's
something
that's kind of their thing, right? Is to plant seeds in all of these different planes and colonize them.
and now Alatar gives you a mini lecture talking about this, about mind flares and their
fascinating.
extraplanar travel.
Yeah. It is just quite fascinating how some life forms function, isn't it?
It is. It is. But
So
why comets?
yes, that doesn't really seem like their MO for delivery at the very least.
And whose could it be?
Hmm. It is.
I would like to be able to see this source material that Maeve has for this what was it, biogenic Ethereum.
Yes, I would like to be a part of the research efforts on this too, to understand more about this, because there are so many things we do not know.
Also, this Yadel, do you know who this is? Have you heard of this person before?
Have I heard of that person before, Chris?
No, but you have heard of his title.
Is it a title of an Order of Nine member?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, I do not know that exact individual, but it's a position held by one of my former colleagues in the Order.
I see. Girl, necromancer. She said.
Yes, well,
Mm,
like I said, we all specialize in different things.
it's a dangerous field to specialize in.
Aren't they all dangerous fields to specialize in, my friend? Look at why I'm here.
See, you threw yourself 1,000 years in the future. Necromancy can end the world.
Messing with the time stream, not knowing what you're doing, could end the world.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
CeeLo and Alatar, you guys would both know, with your dealings with the Order of Nine, that it is kind of like a black spot in the Order.
That necromancy is one of them.
Yeah, but it's also, considering the past, it's also an area that the Order cannot afford not to have knowledge of.
Yeah. Fair. Like, I have a lot of knowledge in that. I just hate them. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
They're a necessary evil.
Very much so. That's very much how, like, most people and the rest of the Order would look at it.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Hmm.
It's
You
it's a
saw
very-
what
it's a
the
very
Archlich.
slippery slope.
You were there and saw what the Archlich did. To not have that knowledge at our disposal, if another thing like this was to come about, would be catastrophic.
I also know the allure of that other side of it.
That is why
Very dangerous.
you pick at least responsible individuals, ones that are thoroughly vetted to be members of the Order, that have access to all of that knowledge.
Though it's not like a well-known thing. Like, none of the necromancers holding this title, Chris. Like, none of them have done evil or heinous things and betrayed the Order or something, have they?
Define heinous.
try and create an undead army to take over the world?
No, haven't done that. Someone like you might view like raising anything from the dead as heinous.
Well, yes, I do, but
Exactly.
I mean, the general populace isn't like, oh yeah, the necromancer always betrays people.
If there's
It's not
someone
like
to do it, though, it'd be him.
It's not like
Yeah.
the when you get assigned Slytherin as your house, you're just evil
Mhm.
immediately, right?
Mhm. Now, he's the hollowed one. Of course, he's the one that would betray them.
Yeah, it was obvious, guys. Come on now.
All right. Any other things for this day? All right. Moving on to the next day.
All right, here we go. We're about to find out if I roll bad, if this is the day Chris is breaking us out of jail.
I kind of want you to roll bad so we can just get on with it.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
we
really
got
want to deal
another
with
day, guys. 15.
All these wasted good rolls.
I know. I mean, what else am I rolling on, though?
Let's just break out now.
Use the pen.
He looks.
Patience. That's what we've been told many times. You know what? I'm pretty sure I know how she's gonna get us out. She is gonna kill us and take our dead bodies and then raise us, and then we'll be out.
And then
That's what the-
Alatar's
that's
gonna
what the
have to kill
patience is.
her.
No,
because she's a
that's what
necromancer.
Murgoth's plan was. Come on now. All right. The day happens exactly like the other days. You get your food. You go out and exercise. Alatar, Norman
Yeah.
looked much better today.
He looks better today?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Looks great. Norman, in the in the yard, Ivor comes and has a daily talk with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, you got me curious now. Like, do you have things that I might want?
I think we all have a little bit of something that other people want.
What do you got?
I just
I
kind
need
of
to know.
laugh a little bit and just keep walking.
You're like, I have the teachings of the Solari.
Good. He comes up to you and is about to say something, but he trips over his manacles as he was trying to get like really close to you. He falls into you. I need you to make a dexterity save.
Oh, good.
And just so you guys are aware, like if this has failed,
It's a
this will
domino.
be
We're dominoing.
more dexterity saves.
Ooh. 19.
19. All right, so he knocks into you. He falls over, but you're able to kind of shrug him off and maintain your balance. The guards come in quickly there, and two of them just like two hits, bam, bam, onto Ivor on the ground as he yells in pain. They pick him up, and you see a nice shiner start to form around one of his eyes as they bark at you guys. Keep walking! Don't get so close!
Keep walking.
Yeah, we don't stop, I guess, right?
I didn't think we stopped to begin with.
See?
All right.
I wonder if I stop, if the rest of you have to stop.
Well, you certainly know I ain't making a difference in this.
All right, you guys. You guys head back to your cells.
Cool. I have a feeling today's not the day, guys.
Yep. He is waiting for me to roll bad. I've determined that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, what if that's what you're waiting on? What if I just roll good the rest of the night and it's just we're back in the yard, and again we're back in that yard.
Well, maybe on the 10th day he'll just give it to us.
True.
You gotta roll 10 times in a row.
All right. The odds are certainly on my side, right?
Does
guys?
anyone want to do anything today? Now we're getting into the mundanity that is the clink.
I want to try the lock again.
All right, just be careful.
Yes.
with the pen.
Yes. Roll it. Rolls have only gone up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't jinx the guy.
Oh, there you
Hey.
go.
Bit better.
That's crazy.
One up by 2. Like, see, look
Dogs,
at you go.
as you are
Every rose.
Like, fiddling with that lock, you hear a faint little click in there, and you go to push on it. It doesn't budge, and as you are trying to fiddle with it more, you feel like whatever progress you made, you lost. But you knew for a moment you got maybe close.
Got closer.
I go back over
Having never picked a lock before, it's hard to know. I don't know if you've ever tried actually picking a lock. There's times where you think you're doing good and then you get nowhere. And I do it exactly like the YouTube video. Nothing
binding. It's binding. I walk over to Lex. I'm like, I heard a click. You might want to try to give it a try.
I mean, I reckon I can. I ain't really done this too much before, though. All right. I'm gonna break the pen.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll try it.
All right.
Is it just add our dexterity modifier?
Yes, unless you have a proficiency in thieves' tools.
I do not.
Okay. Does anybody in this party have proficiency?
Ooh.
No.
Okay. 21.
Ooh.
You hear a click, 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 and your door swings open.
I'll just open
You
it like
did it!
like an inch.
And that got
No, I'm just joking.
that sound of the door swinging on its hinges gets everyone's attention. Dox yells out, "You did it!"
I mean, I would have only let it go like an inch. I wouldn't be like, yeah. And I
Well, I
just
still
kind of
yelled out, "You did it!" So I don't
stop
know.
and
if,
hold it, and then just look back at Alatar.
I look away with the mushroom. I'm like, what are you doing?
I've been chewing the mushroom the whole time. I haven't been watching.
I've been watching this mushroom for 3 days.
It's grown a centimeter.
I'm like, what are you doing? Do you want to break out?
I don't.
What was that? What I think it was?
I feel like this is just good knowledge to have.
Yes, quickly put it back to how it was.
Close the door. Close the door.
Well, now hold on a second. Is there other people, or is it just us in this hallway?
In this hallway, it's the only people that you've seen go in or out are you guys. So you would assume that you're it in here.
And it's all the same, all the cells. Like, are there empty cells?
Yeah, you guys walk by
And they all
a
have
bunch
just-
of empty cells, and you can see down the hallway. There's probably 5 more on each side.
And
How
they all
far
have
away?
just a bucket.
In the empty cells that you've walked past, they're completely empty.
Okay.
How far away is the guard door? How many cells away?
Probably there's 3 cells away from the your guys' closest cell. So that would be
30?
about 45 feet.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would just shut it again.
You kind of just peek out and look around and then shut it quietly.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, slam it. Slam it.
All right.
Then I look at Alatar, just, contingencies.
I'm like,
Lux, after
Good
a
idea.
success now, you will have advantage on this exact door.
Nifty.
Look at that.
But only on this door.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you need to change doors and get all of them picked.
Yeah, open mine, go out, test on yours, open yours,
Well, I mean,
shut
like
it.
tomorrow, get like thrown into the next one over. They don't
Like
know.
we each try and pick the
Well,
lock on
we
each.
just switch rooms every day, and
No, I feel like it's been pretty consistent though. I don't think the guards are just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, this isn't suspicious."
yeah, what if we all switch cells? You got all the doors open and we just switch cells and then we close all the doors.
That would be, yeah, we're all just on the other side of the hallway.
Start playing mind game with the guard.
Yeah, it was like we
that's
could have
the
had
way
you
out.
fired.
He comes in and he's like, "Wait a second."
Anything else for the date? All right.
Nope.
He's really waiting for the bad day. That's what it is.
While you are sleeping,
Oh, all right. Hold on.
All of us sleeping, or just everyone but Alatar and myself?
while everyone is sleeping and you elf people are meditating.
So the first half of their sleep.
why don't you guys split up your meditations?
Yeah, we're splitting our
We've
meditation.
been doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
Other than the first time when you guys talked to each other. And
Yeah,
also
we were
sleeping.
both pretty tired then.
Regardless of who's sleeping and what, you are all like wakened by the sound of kind of like chairs being pushed back suddenly, and the sound of footsteps and saying just kind of muffled words of here, go, here, you got this. As you kind of see some movement in the light from the hallway, and then silence.
Can I look out at the guard door?
Yes, you can barely see it because I mean it's hard to like force your face through the bars, right? But
Am I head fit?
your head can fit.
In
Doc.
mine?
Oh, really?
Actually, your whole body can fit, Docs, this whole time. Actually,
Oh.
you never investigated it.
I knew I should have asked.
Wait, like for real though? Like he
No,
could just like
no.
okay.
That would be really funny.
You just there's nothing. It's just quiet.
Like-
You hear after maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, this sound of just things like falling in that far guard room.
Things, as in like objects or people?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No. 10.
No, yeah, stuff.
Hold on.
It's noises.
Hold on. 19.
It is not. It doesn't sound like bodies falling on the ground. It sounds more like stuff being placed on a table.
They're setting a table?
You see,
Or like heavy stuff.
you see a guard walk down your guys' hallway.
Towards us?
What?
I mean, he has to be walking towards us.
Yeah. There's only you can only walk down the hallway from the main room.
Okay.
And he's wearing a guard's uniform, except for he has a hood pulled low over his face as he goes to each cell and turns the key and unlocks it. As your doors swing open, and he says calmly, "Come with me."
Who are you?
I don't care. I'm out of here.
Maeve sent me.
Good enough for me.
I'm gonna grab Alatar's arm. Alatar, this isn't the way to do this.
I look at him. I look back at you, and I'm like, "This might be the only way. Just at least see what we have in the guards room here." But one thing, Lux, do you think things would go any better for you if only you stayed?
He wouldn't be by himself.
Right about that, Norbin.
Well, I'm certainly not staying. Come, don't be a fool. This can all be sorted out later with a discussion and getting rid of the fort.
Are you that dense that you think a discussion is gonna get this done? Use your head a little bit, CeeLo.
Read between the lines a little bit, my friend. Come. I just start walking, like...
One thing you have to consider here, Lux. With the station that he has, do you really think that the judge that we will get will actually deliver and listen to justice?
Think about the alternative. We escape, he sends everything he's got after us forever until we're dead.
But at least out there, we have a chance to expose him.
I'll walk to the room. I guess if everybody's going, I'll walk and see what's in the room.
Like, you're really low to me.
What?
That's Alatar, Lux, CeeLo going to the room.
I'll go to the room.
Norbin?
Yeah, I'm going to room.
Pim, are you not going?
No.
Pim stays in his cell.
No.
Okay. In this room is all your stuff.
Hold on.
I knew that. Okay. I'm going back to the cell. If I see all their stuff, nope. I'm going back to the cell.
Alatar, what are you doing?
Well, you said, like, I'm walking by Pim, right, and he's not leaving, so I'm stopping to talk to him because we're companions. And I'm going to be like, "What's going on, Pim?"
This is not the honorable thing to do. I must pay for my crimes.
Your crimes against a corrupt government?
To be fair, Pim, it wasn't a crime.
Yeah, what, like, you touched him. Like, do you really believe that is deserving of you being in here?
I touched him. That was a crime. That's what I've been told.
That's not a crime. I mean, if
the
you believe
crime
that
you're
you
accused
committed
of is you assaulted him. Did you assault him, Pim?
I don't know.
You did. I was there. You did not.
So why are we arrested?
Because he is a corrupt and evil man. He is a member of the Glaives, which is a criminal organization, who is in a position of power within the justice system here. You will not get a fair trial here, Pem. We have bigger things to deal with and worry about than this. I forget, what do they call him? What was his title? Chief Agent?
Yes.
Then
The Earl of Bexley.
This Chief Agent. Though, we may have to pay him a visit.
Lux.
Lux is in the other room at this point.
No, you said he didn't leave.
I would have walked. Well, yeah, I guess if I wouldn't have gone there yet if I saw this happening, because now I'm.
Because we would have been we would have been side by side essentially,
Right.
And then I would have stopped.
Lux, I hear that you don't think this is a good idea.
I haven't lived near as long as most of y'all, but I don't want to live the rest of my days an outlaw.
Do you believe that we would?
Pim, I'll be honest, I don't think it looks good no matter what we do.
Wouldn't we just be outlaws here? In the jail too?
We'd be dead here.
I
Dead
don't
outlaws.
believe they have any intention of giving us a trial. If my opinion matters.
It does. Docs?
The guard puts his head back into the hallway. Says, "Psst, there's plenty of time to talk later."
Agreed.
Docs, are you agreeing with them?
I'm getting out of here.
Lux. I'm gonna go with him, I guess. Unless you stay, then I'll stay with you.
I start walking. You're all a bunch of fools. Let's get this over with.
Alright, let's go.
You guys walk into the room, and all of your stuff. How this one man could have carried it doesn't seem possible, but here it
Try to
lays.
take Silo's portion of his gold.
Yeah, you don't.
Chris. Oh no, I guess not all. I guess I wouldn't have all of this on me. Like all the stuff would still be like all of our loot would still be in the wagon, right? Probably back at Silo's. Like the full plate.
Yeah, that'd all be back there.
Padlock.
Yeah, that's all with your guys' cart.
Okay.
Okay. You're still looking to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll do that in the town episode tomorrow when we're running from the law.
So you said all of my stuff, so I have an arcane cylinder with ooze in it then as well?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not at all.
What about the ring? Harrison's ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So
The only thing missing is the arcane cylinder.
Is the thing I saw him take.
Sweet.
So
I got my one item back. Nice.
Chris, as I'm putting everything on, I want to inspect to make sure nothing's been like planted or sabotaged or anything like that.
Yeah, so you guys go through your stuff. You can do that while you go. Give me an investigation check. He removes his hood, and you see that he is an elf.
17.
Nothing has been tampered with.
Okay.
He introduces himself as Elduin. And he holds his hand over his forearm. And you see glow very faintly a shield and crossed swords in red, which is the symbol of the Crimson Warden.
And the Crimson Warden is a faction that we should look up.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Everybody knows who the Crimson Warden is, of course.
Of course.
And
Naturally.
naturally.
Oh,
First, like some
well,
of the,
that's an interesting group.
Hold on.
are they
hang on.
like the Fighters Guild, Thieves
No.
Guild?
The Wardens infiltrate kingdoms and organizations to gather and consolidate information, working as advisors and confidants to some of the Emeras' most powerful individuals. The Crimson Warden works to ensure peace and prosperity between nations. It is also rumored that the Warden keeps a detailed library of the world's most influential events, penned by the Wardens themselves. The Crimson Warden looks to observe, first to observe, second to record, and third to act. And their actions must always be in the interest of the world at large. They are a clandestine organization working for the good of Emeras.
I'm leery of the first part of the description that Chris left out. The fates of Emeras could not be left up to chance and the whims of the world's most powerful leaders. Meaning, we know better than you.
But their actions, it's always, that's their last
Okay.
thing. They're mainly observe and record.
Got it.
Okay. So we would have the impression of not knowing this guy. We're like, this is someone like who would actually want to do what is right in terms of the ooze and not use it for power.
Yes. But he doesn't talk about the ooze.
Correct.
He talks about the fact that he says, I believe the king has been co-opted by the man whom you know as Gawain de Fort. I no longer believe that the king is in charge of the kingdom and de Fort is acting of his own. I need your help in order to perform a decapitation strike against de Fort, thereby clearing your name and ensuring the kingdom of Amon returns to its rightful owners.
Do you think the king has been killed or incapacitated?
I do not know. And time is running short. He glances down to the grate in the floor that you guys have walked over every day since you've been here. You notice now that it is ajar.
Gate turned into a jar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's an opening then, because jar is surely not the size of a grate.
I can't fit in the size of a jar.
You must make your way through there.
To where?
Find me in the docks. Your cover will be concealed in the busyness of the lowborn, and we'll make a plan.
Where in the dock should we look for you? It's not exactly a small place.
It's right there. It's right there. Doc, it's right there.
Look for my sign.
I point to his arm. I'm like, that sign?
He turns and winks at you.
Okay.
He puts his hood back up and he starts climbing the stairs.
I look over at Lux and I'm like, you said you wanted adventure.
I'm gonna start going down the hole, scoffing the whole time.
Attaboy.
No,
Guys,
it's
grab
not
your
that
things.
bad, Lux.
There is no ladder.
All right, then I'm jumping.
How far?
We
How
got
far
a
down is it?
second drop.
How far is it?
Your dark vision goes for 60 feet, and the drop goes further than that.
Man, I wish I had Featherfall.
I was gonna say we don't have magic anyway, so I'm jumping. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not,
Lux already jumped, so
yeah.
Wait,
I'm gonna
what?
listen.
After like 30 seconds, I'm still falling.
Lux, you fall for just a few seconds and splash. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Righty. 14.
You immediately throw up.
Checks out.
Oh no. No.
As
As
you
soon
look
as I hit-
around, this is feces water.
Yeah.
Good.
This
As
is
soon as
Tim's
I
gonna
hit
love it.
As soon as I hit the water, I'm like taking my gun off and holding it, like trying to hold him above the water.
Too late.
How deep is it?
Lux, you're able to stand. It's probably 3 feet deep.
I'm gonna need somebody's help.
I see Lux. I
What
call
Norbin's
down.
for?
I call down to Lux to say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Send Pim next.
All right, Pim, for the honor of this country, we'll let you go
I just
next.
jump in. I just jump in.
I need you to make a Constitution save.
It should be like
I feel like this DC is gonna be a
19 or
lot
20.
higher. Yeah.
Got like a 27 save.
yeah. That's just to stay awake.
What was your save, Lux? It was like 14 or something, right?
14.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris is just winging it.
Yeah, Chris is like, I need to remember what arbitrary number I picked.
Yeah.
I know what number I picked. I just
16.
want to know how
16?
close you got to it. You immediately throw up and are horrified.
When you land, I help you up, and I'm like, sorry about that, but I figure you might as well rip off the bandage.
I make sure that I vomit on you.
It don't make much of a
It
difference.
doesn't
at this point.
It doesn't matter at all.
We're
Do I
both
feel
just
magic come
puking
back
on
to
each
me?
other.
Can I feel magic?
You do.
I'm standing up and I'm starting to do futilely because I'm still standing in the muck, but doing prestidigitation, trying to clean myself off.
Nice. Who's next?
I'll be last.
You'll be last.
I'll
Man, I'm gonna
go.
be drowning in the feces water.
I'm kind of standing by the hole as people come down, just making sure they don't like go head first or something.
Alatar, give me a Constitution save.
Give you a Constitution save.
Now,
I have a feeling I don't stand much of a chance with this.
wait, so we're falling like 60 plus feet into 3 feet of sewage?
Don't question the physics.
I'm just saying that's like really packed.
This is a
compact
part.
down there.
This is a party wipe if we look at it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I also oh
Ooh.
I
Nice.
do maybe not throw up.
You feel some bile rise in your throat, but you're like, I've smelt worse.
Yeah.
And I throw up on you.
I
Just we're all even here.
Yeah. Fair. I'm just like,
a little bit.
I'm
mean,
I'm
it's like-
already doing it. You come through it as you're falling.
Every time someone jumps, you guys are splashed with it all. So
Yeah, it's just
yeah. So I land and I see what we're in here, and I'm like, Norbin, you need to be next.
I'm going last. Shutting the gate.
oh, that's a good point. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Doc can't do that.
Why does Norbin need to come next, Alatar?
You can't stand.
I mean, you guys.
It's fine. Just come on down. We'll take care of you.
No one else can
Okay.
hold people other than me.
All right,
Right.
I cannonball down, Chris.
Oh jeez.
On save.
Pim's there finally, like, oh, I'm a little clean.
All right, so I rolled
got
an
the
8.
top part
I rolled
right
an
from
8,
his
so
whole
I
thing.
failed because it's 10 total.
You rolled an 8.
Yeah,
Oh,
Well,
so
you rolled
it's
a
10 total.
yeah.
Okay, you throw up.
Okay.
When I try to go down, can my arms like? Can I like hold the sides of the walls and slide down?
Sure, yeah, you can touch the walls.
Yeah. I'll try to slide down instead of full sending it all the way.
You put your arms out, and it is feces.
So I just start slipping.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
throwing
how-
up, and now you're throwing up
how-
all on the way down.
How bothered is a kobold from that?
We're about to find out.
I need you to make a con save.
It's not like you grew up in this.
Yeah. Did I throw you down a poop pit on a regular basis? The answer is
And
no.
Dox, you throw up. Norbin, give me a strength check.
Who's helping me and Doc's not drown right now? In literal.
Me and Lux.
Yeah, when you land, I'm helping keeping you. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just kind of like holding your arms, so you're
14.
like floating in it, but
Okay.
you're not drowning.
Just a fountain.
I appreciate this, Lux.
You are not able to close it all the way. It's pretty heavy, but you are able to like close it most of the way. And then like you're like holding on to it underneath it, trying to move it the rest of the way.
Can I
You
use?
don't
Can I do some like claw stuff on the walls to try and like get a better grip?
Oh, absolutely. Athletics or acrobatics check.
Gee, I wonder which one you're gonna roll.
Oh, gee, I wonder. Oh, good. Oh my gosh, 10.
No. So you're trying to scoot. Your feet are like pressed against the walls, claws out, but your feet slip and you let go without getting.
Oh, hold on. As soon as I let go, I would like to activate my jetpack and levitate.
Nice.
You can levitate?
Isn't that only like 10 feet though, or can you just?
No, I can levitate for 12 seconds.
Jetpack joyride.
And then.
Give me another strength check at advantage.
Nice. Cool. Good. I rolled a 1. But we are instead gonna take the 13.
Nope.
Dang it.
You run out of levitation in your anti-grav pack and fall.
As I'm falling, I'm gonna activate my last charge on my grav pack and move myself back up and grab a hold of it and try one last time.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're like, is he coming?
Norbin?
I
Give me
walk right
a
underneath
strength
where he's gonna
check.
fall.
No advantage.
No advantage.
Okay. Do I have inspiration, right?
Wait, how far away
didn't
is
we
he?
all-
Just out of curiosity for
Way too
me.
You
far.
all have one inspiration that you start with.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Man.
He's more than 30 feet away from
Oh,
me,
much
right?
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
All right, you get it.
Nice.
Why wouldn't the
Slammed into
Crimson
place
Guild guy
just
do that?
as you run out of power in your anti-grav pack and you fall.
He
Fantastic.
just left us.
How
to
much
go
water would you need for 60 feet or 70 feet?
back. Wait, it's water?
Probably more than 3 feet.
Ooh, water.
Yeah.
Why are
I'd
you
say like at
assumption?
least 6 feet.
I mean, so look, in reality, like falling, like it's like what 70 or 80 feet into water is pretty lethal.
Yeah, because
Oh.
like
I mean,
the surface tension of the water
Yeah.
is like the same as concrete.
well, have you seen the guy that did the belly flop?
I've seen people do belly flops. Yeah.
Well, from like super high up, like it had to be at least maybe 40 to 50 feet or something like that.
Oh, are we going battle map?
Ouch.
We
Oh, it's more
are-
gators.
Oh,
More
oh,
goo gators.
Where are we?
I gotta zoom out.
Oh, there
Bottom
we
left corner.
are. There.
I'm just saying, there's so much feces in there, it just was a cushion.
Well, that you know what? That's a good point. If there's enough poop floating around in it, that does break up
It's
the
basically like a
surface tension.
pillow.
It's
Right,
springy.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a squishy pillow.
It's like a waterbed. Like there's just a little bit.
Yeah.
That one guy that eats metal.
What?
Is your guys'
alright.
lighting on?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Move your token a little bit.
Yep, mine's moving.
Oh wow!
Mine is also moving. Hey, I didn't know this had this feature too.
Yeah, the line of sight is very interesting.
But it doesn't have fog of war though. That's what you had said, right, Dave?
Right. Last time I've used it, which was a long time ago.
Well, I don't know. I don't
Still
see,
looking correct.
I don't see the section I revealed by moving my token.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. All right. Can everybody do me a favor and update their hit points on here if they haven't?
Yeah. that's what
Mine
I'm
is
doing.
updated.
Wait, can you guys see the whole map? Then?
No.
No. What we're saying that is like if I come over here, Chris, and I explore more, when I go back, I lose it, and it's not like grayed out, so I can't see what it was. Like,
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
have that on purpose.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's
I
a
imagine
setting
you did.
that I can. Yeah, it's a setting you can turn on and off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like how you kept me in Doxes.
For point of order, who's carrying me and then who's carrying Docs?
Dox
This
can
one?
carry me.
I'll
Who's
probably
carrying
do-
me?
I'll put it
Or is
to
there?
CeeLo.
Oh, is there?
That looks
There's-
like ground.
Yeah. So the white part is high ground,
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
out of the muck.
So, wait, did you do your Constitution save, Dave?
Yeah. Did he?
No.
I failed. I threw up.
What'd you get?
14.
There's
I
low.
feel like there must be a low threshold as well. If you get under something, you like pass out.
Maybe.
Put it away.
There is a low threshold to it, and that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Nice.
Is there a
I just
reason I have
wanted
the
you guys to
smallest
see
token?
the
Yes.
dynamic lighting that I got set up on this map.
Cool.
And I believe this is will be our first official dungeon crawl.
Ooh.
That's true. We actually haven't had one of those.
You guys went down into the sewers before.
But it was just like one fight.
Yeah, you went down and then just right back up.
Cool. Can't wait for next month.
Next month.
I don't know. That's what it seems like.
Because, Evan, you're busy, right?
I am getting married in literally 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Man,
It's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
crazy.
Yeah, there is a chance I could do next week. We will have to see, though.
That'd
Maybe
be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,